Dandadan, Sunday,
Yo.
volume 15.
Yes, sir. Man, this globalist arc,
Best one so far.
yeah, this is Dandadan right here. It's made its stamp. It's made its name known. Hopefully, the anime, I think they will. Studio Saru, they've been doing a great job, so I think they'll keep it up. Man.
So what are you guys thinking? You guys thinking 12 episodes for season 2 or 25? Because Vontae and I have been talking about that a lot here this past week. I think likely it'll be 12, but if they did do 25, they might be able to get up to, I don't know, what would that be, like volume 12? So they would get to the full Vamola backstory?
8, 12. Yeah, if they do 24, I think they'll get past that, wouldn't they?
Well, 12 episodes corresponds to 4 volumes in the manga.
Okay, 12. Okay.
I could be wrong, but yeah.
I feel like it might have been. They probably also stretched it out a little bit in season 1. I feel like it seemed certain things were stretched a bit. So
Fair.
Maybe. But yeah, more likely it'll be season 3 for this portion that we just read for the past few weeks.
Yep.
Excited nonetheless. Like I said, Undead Unluck season 3 and Dandadan season 3. And Undead Unluck season 2 as well. But just that 3 though. Those two.
The 3s, man.
And they'll probably come out around the same time too.
This
maybe.
war arc. Yeah, depending on what David Production does with their end. But
yeah, I think they'll let's see, 2026. Yeah, maybe they'll be there for like Dandadan might be in their season 3 a little earlier.
Fair.
If they keep going with 12. But Reiko, she's looking for a man. She but it started out very depressing because
you say that.
Seeing her backstory, a glimpse of it, obviously she was in a time where bombs were being dropped upon her and her people. Obviously she ends up becoming a yokai. It seems like she had a lover as well. And yeah, she got the PTSD from the aliens. And she ends up fucking them up, put them in the mirror, and bow, 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 bow.
I won't let you destroy my world!
Yes, literally. Somebody needs to edit that. Yeah. Just like those Invincible edits recently, they got to do it. They got to do that.
Oh, goodness.
And just a full circle moment, too, because we kept thinking, like, when is Reiko going to pop back up? Like, it seems like it will happen this arc. And I kind of thought based on, like, the whole, like, Taro and Mr.
Honor.
Shrimp and stuff, like when they came in with Granny Dodoria when they saved them, it kind of reminded me of that. Like, okay, we're getting introduced to these characters. Will they show up again? And they did. So I had a feeling Reiko's probably going to pop up. And she did. And she saved us and the world. Shit.
Speaking of who popped up, this gentleman or gentle lady, who are you? Count Saint Germain?
When I saw that volume cover, I was like, the art is different, the art style is different. I was like,
yes,
what the hell?
yes.
Like,
I have seen this one before, and I didn't realize like they were so like pretty, objectionably.
Who are you? And what is your relation to Turbo Granny?
To Turbo Granny? What's going on there?
Hyper geezer. What a statement. They don't look hyper. They don't look like a geezer either. That's the funny part. So that definitely, to me, our theories about them like doing something to like stay young or
sacrificial.
Yeah, because those two words does not represent that person that we just saw at all. So that was pretty funny.
And typically people that are referred to as like count something, they are of higher social standard.
Yep.
Which means they typically have the ability to make decisions that they want to. And on top of that, Count Saint Germain is also leading the Cur, according to Rokaru and the Serpoians, with the information that they were looking for.
What are we doing?
He's leading an intergalactic imperialist
Faction
society?
Yeah. And we theorize that he's a part of a group. We're just gonna call him the Illuminati because he has an eye, just like Ludris does too.
Illuminati.
Because the Serpoians, they know about both. Well, they're fanboying for Ludris, and then for Count Saint Germain, they know of him as well, or her. So,
what is very interesting about Rokaru being used as the narrator to develop this plotline, at least initially, is he had such an infatuation with Ludris. We've seen Ludris to be a quote-unquote good guy. Count Saint Germain, if he's leading this imperialist species, that's almost the exact opposite of a good guy. So if they're in the same society, what common goal do they have?
Exactly.
What is going out in the universe? We have 666 alien species so far that we know of currently in our galaxy. What about the other galaxies? What about how many we used to have? How many species have been taken out by the Cur? Why do they choose to go to these planets, enslave the people, use Big Mama to turn them into suits to then continue their conquest mission?
I feel like I don't know, man. Like, I know space is space. It's very infinite. But like, I feel like it's an energy balance or something. Because what would make if Ludris is a good guy, like ultimately, like there's nothing bad about him. Yet he's in the same group as Count Saint Germain. I feel like the common goal would have to be something like that, like about energy control or balancing. But like they're just going about different ways to do it. It kind of reminds me, which you haven't gotten into yet. It reminds me of something in JJK with different philosophies. Okay. Well, a little bit like with Geto, his philosophy. Sure. And then there's other characters that have different philosophies about cursed spirits and stuff too, which is something you see later on. So it kind of reminds me of that. Okay. Like maybe there's just, it's like there is a goal right there when it comes to the energy in this world, but it's all about how you go about it. I don't know. Like, I don't know if Ludris is somebody that is more so like we have to, like the whole Cecil thing, like don't be the good guys, but be the guys that save the world type of situation. Where it's like, even if you are a good person, sometimes you got to do things that seem a little immoral.
Exactly. So I was going to ask the question, do you think he could play like a Dr. Vegapunk-esque role to where he's a very, well-renowned scientist in the world? Because he gave us the nanotech that allowed us to build the house and just use imagination to turn the imagination into the physical, which is insane. And then who was it that was like, I don't even know how it works, I just use it? I think it was Mr. Shrimp.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know.
And this is something that I like with antagonist groups, where like the Akatsuki, they had a lot of allure, especially in the beginning, because it's like, okay, these guys, they seem like they have a lot of different, well, obviously they did have different goals, but they still had to, well, they had the same task, but they all had different, goals that they were trying to achieve. Sure. Kind of reminds me of the Phantom Troop a little bit. They're more of a personal connection with each other, but
because they're somewhat like familial, right?
Yeah, something like that. But like they all also have their own, things that they're going for. It kind of reminds me of Undead Unluck with why am I forgetting Under? Yeah, with Under.
I got you.
Or even My Hero to a certain extent with the League of Villains. Like I like groups where it's not that they're all on the same exact timing all the time, but they have maybe one common goal, and then they're all just kind of moving how they want to move, however they please, and it gives them character. To give the character's character.
Yeah, I get it.
But yeah. Oh, I was about to say something too. The irony that we were just talking about with Count Saint Germain about the hyper geezer thing. You don't look like any of those two things. Turbo Granny also doesn't look like any of those two things no more anyway, because she's a cat now. She's not turbo-ish anymore.
So, assuming they do have a interaction or a past with one another, is he even going to recognize her now? Is it going to be like
maybe
he can
aura?
recognize her aura, spiritual aura, or is he going to be like, get this cat out of my face? Who are you?
I don't know. I hope. Well, I don't know where we go from here. Like, are we staying here with Count
This is a
Saint-Germain,
new
or are we
arc.
gonna go back?
I have no spoilers on what's to happen next. My guess is this might seem a little strange, but we might have to go on like an archaeological mission next.
Okay.
So if the translator is finally fixed by Mr. Shrimp and Vamola can communicate more effectively, perhaps they go to the Kofun Mariel ground, or they read up on the internet, because I think it was confirmed like there's flip phones in this world, there's some smartphones, but it's about 2010, I would guess. So with that being said, you can still use the internet because the internet did exist at that time. I don't know how much you can get from the Sumerians in terms of their history on Earth. Again, assuming that race of people is here on this planet.
Right.
I mean, we could even get into another, maybe like a younger Sumerian that's of Vamola's age or maybe a little bit older, and they can explain why all these young kids are gone.
That too. Man, I'm just loving that we're finally getting things, because imagine we're here today and we're still talking like that. Like, what the hell? With Count Saint-Germain being introduced, and we still feel like that. That would have been horrible. That would have been horrible. It would have been hell. But, all right, ready to hop into it?
Yep. So today, guys, we're going to read chapters 121 to 129. We have been told by two trusted sources, our boy Sherm, and I think Fromy was the other one who commented on our community post. So we are going to dual react to two chapters today, that being chapters 127 and 128. So until then, we are going to alternate between the two of us. One of it will be reading on camera with their mic on. The other one will be in the background, just kind of reading along, but you're not going to get their reaction until the end. So with that being said, I think it is my turn to start this week. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so let me get into chapter 121. All right, chapter 121. Who's this person? Okay, a great start. All right, Vamola T-posing for dominance. Okarun laying down. Gigi and Momo doing Gigi and Momo things. Ira and Kinta sharing a meal together. What? One for all for one. All right, bring it on. We'll tear you to pieces. Just hang on a second, please. Why does this always have to be weird? Can't I at least get my family jewels back normally? Oh, that's right. So they gotta put it back in. Is she gonna like dunk on him? For the sake of the team, the individual must discard himself. You people aren't listening to me. And victory can only be born when each person fulfills their responsibilities. Vamola's just like, hopping in, but she has no clue what's going on. I need a hero! You people are bananas! Yeah! Oh, it's like either rugby or football. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh! If you think you can beat me, think again, you! Save! It's just the helmet. Crap! What is this? Moron, fooled you. I snuck in a crab I bought in Hokkaido, because when there's a crab in play, your body ends up reacting instinctively. Which, again, might be a throwaway line, but the fact that Turbo Granny merged with a crab location-bound spirit, does that have something to do with the Doria? We shall see. Try no. It's back. Thank you. God damn it. No, because of that crap. Gigi, your tackles are weak. Sowie. Is this debriefing necessary? No side. Alright, back to normal. Okay, here we go. Say cheese. This might be like a museum of sorts. This artwork is awesome. Is that Count Saint Germain? He looks like a student. So majestic. Just walking. All right, giving up his seat. That's good. And for the sake of simplicity, guys, I'm just going to refer to Count Saint Germain as a he for now until otherwise proven. Staff? Oh, he's a teacher at this school? Good morning. Oh, good morning. My name is Sanjami. What the? My seat's gone? Wait, where was it? Good morning, Mr. Murakami. It was here yesterday. Wait, my head's gone all funny. I certainly do have a feeling that your seat was nearby. This guy has like a memory eraser type of power. My name is Sanjami. That's right. This here is your seat, isn't it, Mr. Sanjami? All right, he is successfully infiltrated. I'm sorry, Deputy Head Teacher, sir. Now, my seat. What the? We've got a teacher that good looking here? For some reason, I've got no memory of him either. And the one thing I do remember is the name Mr. Sanjami. A fellow like myself likes to drink Pampy too. So this is how you're gonna talk all the time now, huh? Even though you spend more time with me? I'm a fellow that doesn't say me. I'm sorry, I'm the fellow that taught you that. I won't abide this. It'll have to be remedied later. And Turbo Granny taught me how to say, you shithead. That's one you don't need to remember. Use it a lot. Everybody at my house has a foul mouth, so it's better that she speaks like you, Okarun. You think so? Me, Moi. Still, I wonder where your other family jewel could be. Who knows? Maybe I should buy a smartphone and start using social media? Well, maybe we can find it by listening for rumors around us. With Vamola, there was the ghost of the apartment block. That was a story that was going around only in Miko's contact group, and Turbo Granny actually lost them within Kamigoe City. I see, that is true. In that case, young lady, we should form a school club. I mentioned that previously. Huh? We'll create a place for the gathering of information, like an occult club. I think I literally said an occult club. That would be most efficient. Lame. A group chat would do the same thing. The next time something happens, are you going to talk about his family jewels in that courtyard again? He points over there. That would be embarrassing. But school clubs are just lame. Doing club activities means you need to have some kind of lofty goal or something, doesn't it? In that case, what if it was for historical or cultural research? And for those of you who don't know, before I turn the page, most club activities have to have a sponsor. I think Count Saint Germain is going to be the sponsor teacher for this group. After all, occultism is the study of the mysterious and unexplained. Occultism involves thinking about lots of different things, from ethnic origin to regional history, food, climate, and physics. If we're talking about history, let's include the history of the evolution of robots, and kaiju too, and takoyaki octopus dumplings too. You all just want to make a hangout spot for your own interest. Okay, fine, but what about a teacher? Who would be our faculty supervisor? I have a quirk, it's called Next Panel. Welcome to the channel. Bruh. It appears Mr. Sanjami is willing to accept the role. You two should be grateful. Who? Too easy.
Sanjumi. That reminds me of in Bleach with what's his name? Tsukishima. With the Book of the End and the Fullbringer arc where he was like manipulating people's memories and making it seem like like Ichigo's family and friends were his family. That was ridiculous. That was one of the few times Ichigo was like broken. Like that was wild.
Oh, rightfully so. This man stole your whole backstory.
Mm-hmm. It was in his house. I'm like, oh no. But yeah. So you think that is Count Saint Germain?
Do you think it's someone else?
I don't know. Like, I think it's definitely somebody obviously in a disguise. I mean, it looks like he could be him, but I don't know. I just thought it wouldn't be that soon for us to literally the end of the last chapter from the prior volume and then go into this. I don't know. I feel like that would be too soon. To like
I'll have to take a look
elsewhere
at the eyes again, but what page is that? Page 10. The sort of eyes that I saw from this gentleman.
But he was pretty much right before we started reading about research, archaeology.
Yeah.
Mola, so adorable.
And takoyaki octopus.
I can't wait till Mama and the rest of the bunch comes here. Oh my god.
I love the fact that Tatsu has introduced her hood underneath her school uniform as the dinosaur head.
Yep.
It's so cool. At first I was thinking to myself, like, that suit is way too bulky to be included in any type of character design. But no, like, they don't even question her antennae. They don't question the dinosaur hood. Kinta's just like, Gundam!
I'm just waiting for Astro Boy, man. He said robots. He didn't, Gundam, robot. Hey, man, I'm ready. I'm ready for Astro Boy.
I think Mega Man would be another one
or
that
Mega
he could
Man.
Potentially be interested in.
Turn into
like
Pluto.
A phaser blaster.
Turn to Pluto. Get those horns. I wonder if you're gonna get into like some more modern stuff, like say Code Geass or something.
I mean, they could.
That'd be pretty cool. Yep. That actually they should. That would be pretty dope.
Well, because that show was coming out around 2010, right?
Which one?
Eva.
Code Geass?
No, that was the 90s.
90s. Yeah.
Okay.
Code Geass was like 05, something like that.
Okay, so it's still relevant.
And another thing was talking about with the whole smartphones. Okuda gonna say, "Oh, maybe I should get a smartphone. Maybe I should hop on social media." That literally just gave us like confirmation beyond.
We know what time period it is. Yeah, so it's probably between like 2010, 2015, somewhere around there, which is fun.
Yep. All right, I guess I can. Oh wait, one more thing actually. That's kind of funny because around that era too, that's when like a lot of conspiracy theories started to get more mainstream, like with Illuminati and stuff like that. It was around 2010 or like 09, 08, 09, 2010, 11, 12. So I wonder if Tatsu, this is like his experience, his self-insert. I think Okuda is literally his self-insert, like the most out of anybody right now.
Have you ever watched the Da Vinci Code with Tom Hanks?
Yes, but I don't remember it too much.
I was just asking because it's sort of like code breaking, a secret Illuminati society is going on in the background. It's one of my favorite movies. I think they did have a second one, and it is based off of a book series. But yeah, I love
Hanks.
that movie.
If you get into conspiracy theories, Tom Hanks is one of those. I'm gonna get into it anyway. I'm gonna go.
Enjoy.
I didn't say nothing, you two. All right. Chapter 122. Let's form a club. So, Mr. Sanjome, or Sanjome. I'm gonna say Sanjome. Like, why are you taking on the role of our advisor? I'm having a hard time remembering you, Mr. Sanjome. What class do you teach? How long have you been at the school? There's something real sus about this. Okay, with the eyes now, it's starting to look more like I can see it now with the eyelashes. That's really interesting. If this is Count Saint Germain, like immediately we get to meet them like this. I want to say if the hair is light. I don't know. I have to look back, but I'll just keep going. We'll probably get our answers anyway. Very nice. When you start to feel good, I'd like you to blow the conch once. And when you can't take it anymore, do what now? Your willingness to explore things that capture your interest even a little is wonderful. Are you interested in me that much? You want to know about me? Yes. Whatever it takes, I guess. Nice. What's your deal? What's your deal? Spirits, paranormal abilities, urban legends, UFOs, ancient civilizations, alternate worlds. In this world exists every conceivable mystery. I wish to investigate and solve them all. Okay, but our human lives are far too short for that. And if this is Count Saint Germain, and we're thinking he's like, I don't know, immortal or has some kind of, fountain of youth type of thing, it kind of checks out. He might be on some Orochimaru shit, to be honest. Literally, actually. And then it occurred to me, if I work together with the many who share the goal, it may be faster. And so I am undertaking the role of advisor for your history and culture research club. Wait, no, it's the quest itself is a condition upon which I will be your advisor. Please do not disappoint me. Let me show you to your club room. Nice. He is so weird. I'm thinking I'm tripping when I'm reading this. I'm like, what is he saying some of the times? Thank you, Momo, for being my self-insert here. Whoa. Huh. Make yourselves at home. Boy, what the hell is this? For real? Isn't this a storage room? You can put away the things inside and use it. Put them away. Where? If you could, please move them to the newly built storehouse behind the school building. What? It's the only reason our group got approved so that you can get us to carry this stuff. Hold up, is this how adults do things? No, wait, nah, nice. What? What do we do, young miss? Do it. Would anyone? You do it, you Nimrod. Let us do it. Miss Ayase, let's do it. Why? This is so weird. I mean, it totally is. Look at Vamola. That's funny. With the dinosaur suit. Okay, we're getting all the stuff. Class president. I wonder if she's going to get like a bigger role in the story. We always come back. I'm sure we probably will. I don't think her whole thing is just to be the class president and then liking Okaroon. I think there's probably more to that. Might be a lot more to it. This is kind of thrilling. Is it? Mr. Sanjame seems different from the other teachers. Is menacing the word? Well, I don't like the guy. And where did he come from anyway? Well, he must have been around. I don't remember ever seeing him before. And yet, I somehow knew his name. I mean, what's up with that? God? What? No, look away. Oh, wow. The one thing you want them to not look at to get any kind of, I don't know. It's funny. They always have these moments. It's like moment 57, Yikes, I suddenly got all self-conscious. Wow. Flustered with the bubbles. He definitely saw that letter, didn't he? Or she's still on about the letter. Why doesn't he say something? Okudon as seen by Momo. What do I do? It's eating at me more than ever. Ever since I revealed my feelings in front of Amola, when I look at Miss Hayase, my chest just ow. Huh? What are you doing? I said, what are you doing? Oh, grabbing the hand. Oh, stare. What is it? What? Nothing but about what? About what? About what? Huh? Stare. What do you want from me? Didn't you see it? You know it. What do you mean by it? It is it. Don't play dumb. It's time to talk about it. I don't know what you're referring to. You're a liar. I know you know what I mean. We've got to hurry and tidy up the club room. Don't change the subject. It. I don't know what it is. Put your hands by your side. What for? Just do it. I'm going to put the lie detector on you right now. Huh? The lie? What? What the hell? Oh, wow. She doing some aura lie detection. Wow, okay. I thought Toph was badass with her earth bending. I mean, she is still, but damn, Momo, this is a step up. See, your heart's racing like crazy. That means you're lying, as if, of course, it's racing. Having a girl pressed against me like that. So your heart would race if some other girl did it. Yes, it goes without saying, doesn't it? You Nimrod. Ow, whatever. Oh no, I can't work up any courage at all in front of Miss Ayase. I'm pathetic. Takakuta, and there go the class rep. Takakuta, are you a vampire? What the hell? Why? Why would she ask that? Has she ever seen him transform or something? Or what is it? I'm trying to think if there's something that I forgot.
She saw him walking in the hallway carrying like 4 heavy boxes.
Oh, so she's thinking about like a cult club and that stuff with the storage. Okay. This chapter was weird reading it. Like from everybody, from Sanjime and Momo and Okudon. I'm like, am I tripping? Like, can they stop talking like this?
I mean,
I hate that.
Whenever you get into like memory manipulation or like gaslighting someone, it's supposed to feel weird.
Broken.
What I find weird is Momo is the only one that is still questioning Sanjime's existence or his identity. I wonder if that's because of her spiritual prowess. Like, the way that he manipulates the memory is by tapping into the aura of people.
Probably, because even literally in this chapter, you can even say that she's, with her using her aura, she's doing some kind of aura, not manipulation, but like control to feel Okudon's heart racing. So that probably is like a little hint to us to know that is.
Oh, I thought she was just listening to his heart, but I guess she could have been doing some spiritual manipulation too.
Well, I just think her whole psychic ability is spiritual to some extent.
What did you make of Sanjime's speech pattern? It's like he makes sense, but then it's like he hasn't been on Earth speaking to humans recently.
And the way that he clarifies himself. So like when he was saying, where was that?
Wait, no.
The role of advisor for history.
Let me show you to your club room. Nice. But he doesn't have any emotion on his face. Like, what's wrong with you? I don't know. The blow the conch once line.
Yeah, I was like,
was
what
the
the
thing.
What?
I was like, what are you talking about? Do you think he could potentially be a human that was taken over by a yokai? Or a yokai that returned to human form? And that's why Turbo Granny knows him?
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking about JJK too much with the Occult Club, episode 1, chapter 1. But like thinking about like with Sukuna's finger, for that to be like an object where obviously sealed. But in this case, it's like, say he's going to this Occult Club to see if they have any kind of something like that, like some ancient relic or cursed object, so he can utilize it to come. I don't know. So,
but he also mentioned in regards to investigating everything, every conceivable mystery. I want to solve them all.
Yes,
it's a thirst for knowledge.
That's what I was saying. Orochimaru, literally, I want to do everything. I want to learn the secrets to the universe. And then he said, then on page 4, he had corrected himself. Because and so I'm undertaking the role of advisor for your history and culture research club. He said, wait, no, the quest itself is a condition upon which I will be your advisor. Like, he's just weird. He keeps trying to he's like fixing things that he's saying in a way or trying to rephrase it.
He has the appearance of a human, much like the disguise that Mr. Mantis wears. But I feel like it's different in that regard because Mr. Mantis has the ability to communicate effectively. But if you look at most of these panels that Sanjime is in, there's even like the dark spiritual aura around him. it's kind of confusing using that term, but yeah.
Even on
my guess for now is that this is a yokai that did end up turning into a human.
Probably. Even on page 2, that bottom panel when he's standing in front of Momo and he says nice, and then she says, "What's your deal?" Like he looks like from his eyes and that it kind of reminds me of like Evil Eye. Like, I feel like I've seen him stand and stare in that kind of way before. So he does look yokai-ish.
That's weird.
With that like death stare. This is interesting.
Everyone's powering up just to move the boxes.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Are you a vampire? Something's about to happen to this girl. I'm just because every time we come back to school, class rep is right there.
The thing is, I feel like she's trying to be personable or at least friendly with Okarun, but the problem is, if you're around Okarun and you don't have powers, you are subject to pain, you're subject to danger, because everyone is looking for him. Everyone's looking to obtain the golden ball.
What if she has this golden ball this whole time? We didn't know. That's why she's so connected with him.
Oh, that could be why she asked about the vampire, because she could see him transform.
Maybe.
In his transformed form.
I wonder if we get more of Momo's friends. She mentions them.
I would like that, but again, kind of going back to my point about Okarun, I feel like they would be in danger.
Yeah, they're already in danger every time they go to school.
That's true.
In a way.
I mean, thankfully, the aliens have separated us from this dimension and put us in the spirit one.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
So at least their friends don't get hurt.
Mm-hmm. But one of these days,
one
of these days is going to be some, nope, everybody is in here. You've been trapped in my domain. When she was punching Okarun.
You Nimrod.
But then again, though, I was saying last time that like I want to see like more stuff from the other characters. I will say though, sometimes it does feel like it's been a minute since we've seen like a Okarun and Momo like interaction. At least from the past arc, we didn't really see them together too often. So this felt really fun and good. Yeah, return to form. So yeah, I don't mind that. As long as it's not like a constant thing, they do it every now and then. Because I just want to get to the other characters more, Gigi is probably the only one that's actually had more focus numerous times, just a little bit more. But the rest,
Ira in class press.
Exactly. Yep. Especially
Ira.
If
she joins the club. How would you feel about that? As introducing her into the story?
I mean, what do you think her role would be for the team? You think she'd be like the researcher or something?
Well, she has glasses, so normally that indicates she is smart. If you're the class president, you're normally pretty studious. So she could be a student of history. She could have a wealth of knowledge, or she could even be the one that is going to the library over and over again to get us this information, to where we could then potentially have a one-up in our next battle.
True. Especially since we already got them all saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna use the Coke Club for robots. I'm gonna use it for Tokoyaki. I want to use it for Kaiju."
No, let's focus.
Let's get somebody that actually
let's
can
focus.
do the job for us. She's like a manager, basically.
Kyoka-san.
All right, next chapter.
All right. Okay, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, whether live or the VOD, if you could just like the stream for us, gets us out to more Dandadan viewers. We'd appreciate it. Chapter 123, The Class Rep's Secret. A what? You may think me odd for saying it, Takakura, but there are times when you look like a handsome vampire to me, so she can see his other form. What are you talking about? Oh no, I've gone and said it. I'm so sorry. I'm just being weird, maybe. It's just, a little while ago, it looked to me like you turned into a vampire, back when he was taking care of that promiscuous boy or flirtatious boy, talking about Momo and the rumor. And earlier today, when you were carrying those things, nailed it, it appeared that you'd transformed. Since about when did I start looking different to you? Was there something that set it off? I don't know, I just suddenly started being able to see it. Ever since I picked up that golden ball. Golden ball? Class rep, do you have it with you? Eek! Oh no, I'm about to be bitten by a handsome vampire. Oh, God damn it, she is one of these. I guess vampires do have a sort of sensuality about them, but oh my goodness, I cannot. The next time I wake up, I'll be in Takakura's grand castle, my hands and feet bound, robbed of my freedom, while Takakura slowly uses his hands to make me his plaything, and he'll scold me using all manner of verbal torment, and there'll be nothing I can do to keep from becoming his nourishment. I would do no such thing. Eh? You can read minds too? You said all that out loud. Girl! Stop! Please shame me no further. Look, never mind all that. Do you have the family jewel with you or not? The family jewel is... Sorry, but maybe we should just stick with calling it the golden ball? I took it to a police box. It looked quite valuable, so... A police box? Thank goodness. A police box would keep it safe as lost property. That golden ball, are you familiar with it, Takakura? It's, well, how do I put this? It's sort of like a lump of spiritual energy. I mean, you don't believe in that kind of stuff, right? Forget I said anything. Which police box was it? I do believe in spirits. You do? In fact, that's why I wanted to ask you about. That's what I wanted to ask you about. Since about the time I found that golden ball and you started looking like a vampire, I keep being struck by this incredibly unpleasant feeling. Like someone suddenly leapt onto my back, and I feel so weighed down, I can't even stand up straight. And each day since, it's been happening more frequently. Since it began around the time you started looking like a vampire, I thought there might be some kind of connection. But I worried if I said anything, you'd think I was a weirdo. So I've been struggling to work up the courage. Oh, I see. Well, from now on, let's feel free to ask each other anything. There's lots I'd like to ask you too. Okay. Huh? But it was already Oh! Sanjime? Huh? It was collected? By whom? I can't reveal that. It's private information. Okay, but if he's saying it's his, then you have a dispute now, don't you? Come on now, and don't even think about stealing it from them. Boy! But who would have collected it? It's very strange. To collect lost property, you'd need to show proof it was yours to get it back. For sure, they would ask detailed questions, and to an ordinary person, it would just look like a golden ball. Even I don't know how I'd prove it was mine. There's also the possibility that no one collected it, and that it's still in the police box. That officer was suspicious, wasn't he? Do you think it's possible he was lying? Or he might not be real. He might be an alien. So maybe the golden ball is still there. We need to check and make sure. But how? I'll ask Miss Ayase. She's able to see auras. Oh, the perspective. Something's on her back. Bro, what the fuck is this thing? It's like a fetus basketball. That's the thing the class rep was talking about. He goes into the electrical line and then shoots through it. I passed right through it. My attacks don't work on it. Momo, what are you so pissed off about? I'm not pissed off. Vamola, did something happen with her at school? We had Japanese today. I see. What more could a doomed son of a bitch have to worry about? Right, like you should talk. Baka. What's the matter? Your vocab's as weak as noodles today. What a insult. Your vocab's as weak as noodles. I would use that if I wouldn't sound so cringe saying it out loud. Shut the hell up. Bring it on, you stupid cat. Leave it. Take a bath and go to bed. Woohoo! I won. Why, you? Feels good. Granny, sit down when it's dinner time. Granny, apologize. Granny? You're a granny too, you old bag. Gah! Whoa. You wanna go? Both grannies, stop it. Ugh. She's kicking. I don't like you one bit. Why would you say something like that? Whatever. Wait, please. Okay, I know what it is. I'll say it. Say what? Miss Ayase, I love Momo. Jolt. Shut up, you turd. Four Eyes is here. I feel like this is a 30-page chapter. I know I'm on page 17 right now, but god damn. All right. Fixes her hair. Moon. Of all the showing up out of the blue. What's this? Feeling better already? Lame. Shut it. What is it? Momo, it's real bad. It's the class rep. What the crap? She does not look great. That's either scarring or a curse that has been afflicted upon her.
Well, I guess we got her answer. What role she could potentially have? I guess maybe some more
Interesting
curse.
that it's happening like right now. Are we doing this right now, Bertolt?
Literally everything we talked about from the in our post discussion from the previous chapter came true. You talked about the like being around Okarun, that she might end up getting affected, somebody else getting affected by him. And I talked about the golden ball. She literally picked it up, and that's how she was seeing him. Jesus Christ. Well,
big strong brain, both of us.
This is,
what was that? Okarun's attack didn't work? So is it an alien from another dimension? Or is it a yokai? I don't know.
I don't know, it has like scales and like,
it looks like it's a prepubescent form. It doesn't look like it's a fully fledged whatever it is.
Right. I can't wait for Bonga and Turbo Granny dialogue one day. The old I think they'll probably respect each other. Probably. I mean, they kind of the same, cut from the same cloth.
The fact that they both have granddaughters. Ooh. Shut up, you stupid turd nugget. Don't talk to her like that. Don't talk to me like that.
And they both love Vamola. I don't think I've seen Turbo Granny say anything bad to Vamola. I don't think so.
Interesting. Yeah, they haven't interacted much. I think it's because Vamola can't, properly communicate with them. Granny, sit down when it's dinner time.
I love Vamola, man.
No fighting. That was a great chapter. I'm parched. I need to get something to drink.
Yep.
Go ahead.
All right, next chapter. Chapter 124. By the way, with Okarun, when he's like half transformed and he's like still talking like himself, like Kin, good old Kin. I really do think that theory that I have, I really do think that has something to do with like Turbo Granny potentially being pregnant and then when she became a yokai. I really do think so. Because I don't think it's just because like, negative energy, dark energy, depression. Nah, he seems like a different, like it is him, but it does definitely seem like a separate identity, rather than like an amplified emotion of him being depressed. But anyway, I just have to throw it out there. All right, so this chapter is titled Ombudsman. Hey, you. What are you staring at? You're a talking cat. So what? Get over it. I haven't seen you before. Eat your fill. Hey, I asked what you were staring at. See, you know what? Granny Dodoria, you know, she's like, I think her and Luffy would be good friends, you know, because she always got a big feast, you know. She always wanted everybody to eat. I wonder if that also has something to do with her past. Like, was she like lonely at some point? Did she not have family anymore at a certain point, or maybe when she was growing up? Or is this something that she had lost that she once had? Because it seemed like a big staple for her character. I don't think it's just a throwaway thing. Once again, we always say throwaway stuff with her. Nothing from her or Turbo Granny seems like a throwaway statement or thing that they do. I asked what you were staring at. You want to get your ass murdered, huh? It's just funny seeing her sizing her up, her little ass. How are y'all acting like this is normal? Hey, I'm going to kill you, is what I'm saying. Please just stop. No more teasing her. This cat, could this be the disguise of a handsome vampire that would explain why it can talk? He'll look at me with lustful eyes and talk dirty to me more aggressively than Takakuta-kun. Just stop. Don't look at me like that. If you glare at me with such scorn, I'll simply... Who are you calling a vampire, you blockhead? I ain't one of those turds. I ain't one of those turds. Are vampires a real thing, though? The fact that she said that, like, I ain't one of those, like, it sounds like... It could just be like, I ain't that fake shit, but it could be, I ain't that bullshit that's real. You can read mine. You can read my mind. You really are like a vampire. You're saying everything out loud. This bitch is cuckoo. It's cuckoo bananas. Look at me, you shithead. Damn, why leave this girl alone? Like, chill out on her. Damn. Yes, sir. What the hell are you looking at? Yes, sir. You mean yes, ma'am? It's an ombudsman. What's an ombudsman? Oh, I think I've seen this before. The mythos of like the big head, bearded, baby-shaped man. I think I've seen this. I want to say from like Sun Wukong type of mythos. Ombus. A yokai. They used to be called old man crying. Yep, it is. In the old days. It's the spirit of a child who died in infancy. They climb onto people's backs in search of love. Wow. And after a while, I was just talking about with Turbo Granny potentially being pregnant when she became a yokai. That's kind of ironic that this is popping up right here. If this spirit is handled with love, it can then finally rest in peace for good. But if you try to keep that spirit at a distance, its loathing will continue to grow until it crushes the human it's haunting. A baby. So, do you have a secret love child? I do not. I've never even held hands with a gentleman. Something must have happened. Tell us about your childhood. If I don't know your yokai's origin, then we won't know how to deal with it. Did her mother have like a miscarriage or something? Like, was there supposed to be maybe a twin or something? Who knows? I lost a friend and it was my fault. Oh, okay. You're a super good singer, Sawaki. You're amazing. Okay. You could totally be a pro. Really? Wow. Sing for us. That one by Bun Zakura. Zinzumbakura? Bun Zaka 46. I want to become an idol. Let's do it, Sawaki. My specialty is like dance, so with combined with your singing, we could be awesome together, don't you think? Interesting though. I mean, I know they're like little kids, but when they said baby, okay, let's see how this all connects. I heard there are junior idol auditions coming up. If we get selected, we could end up on TV and stuff. We're definitely going to try out, right, Rin-chan? Okay. Just making some food. Granny, okay. Wash your hands, doing laundry, doing homework. Man, she was doing a lot at a real young age. I'm home. Welcome back. Thank you, Rin. You're always such a great help. Mother-in-law, I'm home. Is Tadamichi not back yet? Tadamichi is not coming back. Just give me a minute. I'll get you cleaned up. Mom, about next Sunday. Ah, that's right. I have to work on Sunday morning, so if you could please look after your grandmother. I'm so lucky to have you. You're a lifesaver. I wouldn't be able to work if it wasn't for you. Who would do the cooking? Thank you as always, Rin. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was really cool. Now we've got to see if we can sing while dancing too. Well, if you're here, Rin-chan, we can do it. We'll pass the audition for sure. Mei-chan, let's do it. Or Mai-chan, let's do it. Rin-chan, I can't go to the audition. Huh? Why not? We're doing super good. How come? Don't worry about getting there. My mom will drive us to the venue. We'll come back. We'll come pick you up at 8 on this morning. It's not that. I've got to clean the house and cook and do the laundry. I can't get out of it. Your mom can do those things. My mom works, but it's Sunday. What about your dad? It's weird. It sounds like you're lying. Your mom's just being lazy. Wow. Damn. Ah, damn. I didn't think we was gonna get into this kind of backstory. All the stuff, bills, and So how old is this girl at this time? What's the point of being an idol anyway? Is what you're doing really so great? Huh? Say what? You're the worst. Wow. Obviously these kids they never have to go through, or from what it seems, they never had to go through nothing like that, so they wouldn't understand, obviously. You're the one who's wrong, backing out at the last minute. Yeah, that's right. The only reason you hung out with Mai-chan was to use her popularity. You never wanted to become an idol with Mai-chan, did you? You traitor. What a waste of time. You should have never have made friends with someone like her. Jesus Christ, kids. Kids always say the darndest things, the worst things possible. Rin, could I have some water? Is Tadamichi not back yet? No. Thank you. I'm sorry, Rin. You probably want to be out playing with your friends. Don't worry about it. I don't have any friends. Damn. I like staying home and reading books. Damn. She's still doing her idol practicing and stuff, performing in front of her mirror. God damn. That sucks. Okay, go ahead. I feel like you got something to say.
Tatsu's cooking.
He is.
I can't say anything. It is related to my spoiler. He is cooking.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit.
The whole thing with the dad, so...
He passed away.
Yeah, I know. But, did that happen recently and the mom is pregnant, maybe?
What I'm thinking is that the grandmother has dementia. Because she keeps asking for her son. Son passed away. She has maybe Alzheimer's, dementia, or something like that. I think that the ombudsman, I think that is related to her idol friend that died because she didn't go to this event. I think potentially there was an incident, maybe an accident.
That's what I thought immediately, but they said during infancy, and she's not an infant.
I understand, yeah, but this thing, I don't know. Maybe it was. Dodoria was really certain that it was an ombudsman, but who's to say that it can't be? Because they look pretty young, maybe 4 or 5 years old. I think it could be her friend, or yeah, that's my point. I don't have a part 2.
I think the friend thing is probably just something that's going to circle back in present day somehow, unless something else happened to her. So she probably lost both things. So she wanted to do the whole idol thing, but also kind of wanted to stay home and help out there as well. So maybe something does happen to her friend, but also maybe an unborn sibling. Because we were saying her mom is stressing, all the bills and all this other stuff going on. So maybe she lost the child from all that stress and stuff. Maybe she's been out. We don't know if she's been drinking or anything yet. I'm sure she probably, I don't know. It could be anything.
That's a good point. A younger sibling that she never got to meet.
Mm-hmm. And what I do think too, because she says before we got into her backstory, she says she felt like it was her fault. So I don't know if that meant like she might end
she
up
said,
like
I lost
leaving.
a friend and it was my fault.
Oh, okay.
Not necessarily that it was her fault
Right.
that maybe a younger sibling died. But again, with like the independent nature of kids in Japan, she is like a full-time caretaker for her grandmother.
Yep.
She's doing homework. She's doing chores. She was trying to go for something that she had a passion for. It's just she couldn't. And also, for in its infancy, that could be more so related to a maybe a dream in its infancy. So not a child who died. I know that's what Dodoria said specifically, but it could be analogous to that.
I don't know. I just feel like to introduce that like that it would have to be that. But I get what you're saying. But like I said, that gets into my Turbo Granny theory a little bit, slightly.
It was. I was so happy you got this one because I was like, man, they were building up some stuff with that infant.
I mean, honestly, that could be a hint. I mean, the fact that this is kind of stirring up from the whole Golden Ball situation with Okudun and then this whole thing on her back just started out of nowhere. Like, it could be like a hint to that.
Carried her here.
Yeah, it could be a hint to that. Like, with maybe, obviously, with Turbo Granny, her child didn't die. Could have, but didn't die. And it's just a whole new kind of, situation. Obviously, I'm saying it's not the same thing, but, like, it could have been that, is what I'm saying. I just feel like that's interesting that I just feel like it's kind of random after me theorizing about that and then seeing this is like, at least an idea was somewhat up there if it's never comes true, but I don't know. I need to see Turbo Granny. I need to see her face. I need to see something. I need to get a hint.
Dude, Rin, I cannot with her. She's like having these fantasies that she says out loud, and Turbo Granny's like, I'm not one of those guys. So that means vampires are real?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, does that mean
something like that?
Like, is it like, oh, don't say I'm some fake bullshit, or just don't say I'm that because I am not that. Like, what are you?
I ain't one of those turds. I cannot with her.
Oh, a random thing I was thinking about. In Invincible, the whole mummy gag that we keep saying from the tomb.
The scarab.
I wonder if we'll see something like that here. Especially since pyramids are a thing and burial mounds are a thing. Yeah. I wonder if we'll get somebody that's like trying to return back to life because they're sealed in like a coffin. Ooh. We could get into something like that. Especially now they have this whole occult club. Yeah. I'm sure people in this series have to have been sealed. Like, there's certain yokai and probably even aliens that just had to have been sealed because there's no way you can do anything to them.
This makes so much sense why she's so timid. She's not used to speaking up for herself and what she wants. There's something, I'm going to give you guys a quick little story. I might have mentioned this in a Haikyuu video, I might not have. When I was younger, my younger brother and I, we both enjoyed playing soccer. And I just remember there was one season in, I think it was maybe either 5th or 6th grade, to where my brother was starting to get really good at soccer. So he was being recruited. He was asking to be on like these travel teams. And obviously that is a very expensive endeavor for like youth sports, even back in, I don't know, early 2000s, let's just say. So the reason why I bring that up is because I actually had to take a year off from playing, even though I love soccer as well, just so that my family could afford for him to go play. I even recognized back then that he was better at soccer than I was at the sport. And I just decided, hey, you know what? Let him play. He enjoys it this much. And just that kind of like self-sacrifice for your family. Like I think you mentioned in this reaction, these little girls don't know about taking care of an older relative. Like they don't have that type of responsibility. And in most cases, I would argue you shouldn't have to. It's great that Rin is doing this, and kudos to her. I want to give her a shout out for doing that. But it is so difficult when you have to make that decision, especially as a child, to give up on a dream that you have to take care of your family. Because family is something that you're born with. So whether you like it or not, that your family's your family.
She's doing what I'm doing at 24, going on 25 at like 5 years old. Like, what the hell?
It's me. It's me.
Self-insert. You know what? She might be on my goats then. Let's see if she keeps on progressing. I can relate.
I'm loving this story so far, though.
Yep. You know what? Okay. One last thing I'm going to say about Dandadan is that, and we've said it before, when we just learn new things, whether it's a backstory or like actual, like something with a power system or just something historical, it feels like when you're in school, when you're learning something new after you spend weeks doing something else, okay, I want to learn something new now. Let's get into something different. It just feels like that. I feel like we're always learning something new and relevant all the time. Like things come out of nowhere. The Spirals thing came out of nowhere. This yokai spirit thing like that came out of nowhere. You would have never like guess. You can't really guess a lot of things in the series, and that's why I like. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there.
I like how fluid the connection was. This feels very streamlined, and we just talked about how the last Space Globalist arc was really a step up for Tatsu in terms of writing a full-fledged long-form arc. The transition was great. It took one chapter. We got this weird character. He's now potentially here as a advisor. And then while they were doing something at his behest to create the occult club, then the class president saw Okaru moving it. Are you a vampire? Here we are. Yep. So just, I love the transition. It feels very seamless.
Absolutely. All right, take it away.
All right, guys, chapter 125 is next. Let's do an exorcism. Oh, good God. Ring. Yes, Moshi Moshi. Sawaki residence. Hello, Rin. This is Mai's mom. We're at the audition venue, but Mai's so nervous she's frozen up. Some of her other friends are here encouraging her, telling her it'll be okay, but she won't budge an inch. She says she can't do it without you, Rin. I can get in touch with your mother, but Rin, could you do the audition with her? Right now, I'm run along now. I'm a grown-up, you know. I can at least stay at home on my own. This is not gonna end well. It never does. You have to live your life without regrets. I said I would go to the audition, so Mai's mother headed over to pick me up. But on the way, there was an accident. Mai was in the car too. Had I not said I would go to the audition, and she's just waiting there, then it would seem this Mai Kawabanga has turned into an ombudsman. My guess is that the family jewel has awakened your supernatural sensitivity, allowing you to feel her presence. That said, do not let your guard down. Their memories from when they were alive gradually fade until only a hatred is left that prevents them from dealing with their regrets. Their fixation turns into resentment, and they turn into creatures that inevitably kill their host. If you just leave her be, my Kawabanga will end up killing you. An ombudsman is more dangerous than you'd think. But I've been watching her aura for a while now, and I don't see anything that looks like an evil spirit. The ombudsman is cowardly, so staying hidden is its forte. We need to do something to draw it out. The regret she's holding onto is probably over the audition. So right now, we need to go dispel that at the audition venue. Why are we at school? There are lots of spirits at this school. You've heard of the 7 mysteries, right? The ombudsman is the spirit of a child. Okay, so not necessarily an infant. It'll be easier to get it to show itself in a place with lots of spirits around. Actually, where's Vamola? Vamola is a feeble child. She's staying at home with Turbo Granny. They are so adorable. You got it all wrong. Vamola's super tough. Yo! It's been a very long time. Yeah! Let's do this. Woo! The Hayashi Band? Why are they here? Good, you're here. Let's get started then. What? What are you? What? Hop, 2, 3, 4. Hop, 2. Miss Seiko, we have arrived. Nice work. Parker right there. A parade float? But why? This is how we're going to get to the audition venue. It is? This is so cool. And even the detail on this thing tells a story. Oh, goddamn, this page. The ombudsman can manipulate gravity. It draws other evil spirits to itself, growing massive, and then crushes the human it's haunting under the sheer weight. The instant the ombudsman leaves Rin because of the Hayashi performance, all the spirits in the school will be drawn to it, and then they'll attack. We'll keep evading them. This has escalated so quickly, and as we do, we'll pass the site of Mai Kawabanga's accident in an attempt to get her to remember when she was alive. Then we'll sprint straight to the audition venue. All right, let's rock! Get in. Four Eyes, you stay here. Me? You're on float pulling duty. As in, by myself? Bacana. Don't be ridiculous. As if you could do this yourself, lad. These guys are jacked. Oh, God. Are you mofos ready to rock? Yo, bring it on. Yo, bring it on. Yo, bring it on. Yo. Hey, are you okay? Yeah. There it is. The ombudsman. Give back. Give back. Hey, they're here. Roll out. Hold on. Wait up. Heave. Ho. It's like the school itself has become one? The building is reaching out for this float while Okaru's still trying to take off his socks and shoes.
So we're going to see some really cool art, a really cool page with her singing, because you know she was singing. She was probably going to sing with her, so she's going to join in with the group, with the band.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
One thing I really like about having the ability to sing is you might not do it that often, but you still retain the talent, even if you do grow up. So she'll still be able to hold a note, as the phrase goes.
I wonder if it's gonna be like a lullaby type of vibe, because I'm just thinking back to the whole so the connection with the whole like infant thing, like so mom cuddling a baby and singing to it. I think maybe she would think to her mom, because we did get into her backstory with her grandmother that's sick and old, and then you have her mom that's been stressing and stuff. So maybe she will, like, I don't know, think back to when her mom sung a song to her, and then she ends up singing the song to her friend. And
Dang.
Isabella's lullaby. Shout.
Oh no! Oh no! That still hurts to this day.
Yes, I still listen to it here and there.
All right, no, I'm not gonna get us copyrighted. I'm not gonna hurt myself. All right, enjoy.
All right, next chapter. Okay, 126. We're close to the dual react, guys. So once again, like up the stream, and if you're new, subscribe to your boys. We're getting all caught up. We probably got like 50 something chapters left until we're all caught up. So we'll be with the rest of you guys. Yeah, Dandadan's been great, man. So we're gonna keep it up with y'all. All right. So chapter title is "It's a Parade Float. It's a Festival. It's Ninomiya." Momo got a moon shirt on. You think you in One Piece, Momo? What you talking about a moon for? You want the moon? Wait, we're gonna get crushed. This is crazy art. Like, what the? Imagine seeing this out of context. That on page 2. Like, what the hell am I looking at? I would not know from the vehicle or to the cart. Like, I wouldn't know the buildings, electricity, the force field. Like, everything about that is just crazy. Whoa, the Hayashi band's performance is forming a barrier. We don't have to worry about the big guy. Badass. It's the little twerps we have to defend. We have no defense against. Little twerps. Wait, that Kinjiro Ninomiya statue is carrying it on its back? Dang. They're there too. Momo, guard up. What the hell? Throwing blanks. Yow, yow, yow. Step on it. Whoa, this double spread is crazy. What the hell? I feel like I can hear this, even though I don't know what it's going to sound like necessarily. But from the instruments, I think I can get the vibe of what this sounds like, obviously. Yeah, this is fire. What the hell? They're running on the roofs. I don't know why it kind of reminds me of what's called Asakusa in Fire Force, Benimaru's region, his little area. Kind of reminds me of that. Actually, very much so. All right, fire extinguisher. Oh, these little guys here, they crazy. What the hell? Momo, protect the band. If they get taken out, the barrier is toast. It's already not working. Look at them all. The mesh of the barrier is uneven. Little things can slip through. Turd nuggets. Eek, hold on tight. I can't take this anymore. How are the wheels? Okay, I'm guarding them. Okay. The Ninomiya are coming out of the woodwork. We can't hold them all off. Grandma, can't you take that big one out? Our objective isn't to take it out. We need to see to it that the ombudsman can finally rest in peace, and we must do it with love. Yeah. Boom, boom. Ow. Oh shit. Oh, for a second I thought he did get hit. Okay, I looked at the next panel. He did get hit. I don't know why at first I thought it was like a hole, a typical blast go through somebody's body and you see a hole, but nah, it was just debris. I'm about to say, what the hell? Uh-oh. The singer is down. Once again, like I said, she's going to end up singing. She's going to sing. Yep. No, keep playing. What's wrong? What happened? They got the vocalist. Oh no, he's out cold. Grandma, what do we do? The barrier. Ren, grab the mic. Okay, the power of Nessie. Yeah, Grandma, what are you doing? Yikes, so high. Lower the vocalist down to where it's safer. Now you sing, Ren. Yep. Me? I can't. Momo, place him inside down there. Hold on. You're the only one that can do it. Now sing. I can't sing. Ever since May's accident, I can't sing. She about to throw up. Without the song, this thing suddenly gotten real heavy. It's dragging me down. Shit. Uh-oh. You're not getting away from me. Grab the wheel, get it back. Got it back on. Yeah, got it. Nice one, Momo-chan. Can't go any farther. The rest is up to you, lad. Total bummer. Miss Seiko, please go on a date with me. Me too. They just had to throw that out there, you know? Oh no. That's a fire last page too. God damn. Like, I can see that being a volume cover. That'd be a fire volume cover for Dandadan. We'll say I am waiting for like a really fire Dandadan cover, because so far there's been, I like that they've been unspoilery. That's something I do like, but they haven't been too extraordinary, to be honest.
This one's crazy.
Yeah, that one is crazy.
This one's
Artistic
crazy.
like the art style itself alone, yeah, that is definitely different from the norm.
Yeah, the other ones they're
But this definitely could be. I'm saying about like Undead Unluck. Like, imagine, I feel like Undead Unluck would make this a volume cover right here. That like it's everything about it.
That is a
crazy
fire.
shot.
That would make you pick it up.
Yes.
If you saw this last
I'm like, what
cover, it's like, what is going on in that
There's
series?
a band. There's some guy at the bottom holding it all up. There's like buildings, and it's like a face on a building.
Is that a skyscraper?
I'm like, what? But yeah, Rin, sing. Oh man, do a react. Oh yeah, she about to sing. It's
okay.
about to
Also, Momo, so clutch.
yes, getting the wheel back.
Grabs the wheel as it's falling off, reattaches it mid bump. She's wild.
Yeah, this is fire
in the best way possible.
It seems like it's gonna be a nice little short arc too. A nice one.
Yeah.
I like
Doesn't
that.
need to be no 100 chapters.
Nah, because like the last two-ish, well, there's like a little training arc. Yeah, I like all the arcs. Like the training, the short ones are really good as well. Like great pacing.
I think it's, for me, it's the fact that it's so condensed. It doesn't feel, it feels like we're getting a breather, but then we get more information or more character building with these shorter arcs. Like, I love Rin, and I was already starting to come around to her in like the previous volumes or whatever, but this just sealed the deal. She has been so not self-serving, selfless for her whole life up until this point. Like, do something you want. Do something you want.
Yo, I'm just thinking like in-game stuff with this series. Like, imagine the Hayashi performers like performing something when there's like a big battle going on. It's like this yokai,
Alien invasion,
and aliens, everything, bro. Like, I don't even know what the hell that kind of war would look like. We might have to go to a different dimension because Earth is not lasting if that's the case. Like, there's too much negative energy there and destructive power. Nah.
We got too many destructive forces on both sides.
Shout out to Turbo Granny and Vamola though. The last chapter. Yeah, I think her and Bonga definitely will get along for sure. Turbo Granny and her.
What'd you make of the fact that the last name was Bonga? That was
right.
The
Kawabanga.
Kawabanga. Oh,
all right.
Lord.
Well, take it away for the first of two dual reacts.
All right, guys. So what we're gonna do is another reminder for anyone joining us for the first time. Vontae's gonna take off his mic, gonna take off his camera. I'm gonna blind react to the chapter. Once we have a quick little discussion, if anyone leaves a comment in the live stream chat, I will then pull him back in. You'll get his own blind reaction, and then we'll switch it up for the next chapter. I'll take off my camera, so on and so forth. So, with that being said, chapter 127 is the first one for tonight, or today. Chapter 127, Float Performance Face-Off. Ooh, there's so much going on in this first page. Oh, and they're just like running out of its head. It reminds me of the zombies from Turbo Granny when she resurrected, because there are just so many spirits. Momo, keep pushing so we don't get crushed. Grr. Oh my god. This thing is trying to crush it with its building hands. I love the perspective too. There's something chaotic about this whole scene. Four Eyes, don't let those Ninomiya get any closer. Rin, sing. Not just anyone can perform in a Hayashi band. I can't do it. I can't sing. I want to, but every time I try. Traitor. I'm not. You kept saying it. What's so great about idols, making fun of my dreams? That's not why. I said that because you were all insulting my mom. You were just afraid of being left out by your friends. You turned into a total people pleaser. Jigao! I wanted to go to the audition with all of you, but my family's important too. There was nothing I could do about it. What should I have done? Please tell me. That's it, Rin. Just let all those varying emotions out. Make them into a song and hit them with it. That's something about songwriting that often gets overlooked. A lot of these pop music nowadays, it's more so about like a catchy tone of voice, or alternatively, it's about the beat in the background. But like true music that is generational, it has emotion behind it. That's where the best lyricists get their lyrics from. But let's continue. Those feelings roiling inside of you, the anger, the outrage, let anyone hear about them all. For your family, your friends, you've made all this effort, and without ever complaining once. I know you worked so very hard, but if you were the only one to suffer, then that's not right. Rin, sing! Sing your feelings. Put them into song. Oh no, Grandma, please do something. I'm at my limit. We're gonna be crushed. Woo-hoo-hoo. That is a fire spread. They all look at her. Yeah, she picks up the mic, does the pose. Oh, yes! Crying as she's singing. We're falling. Momo, we need a cushion. Yo! Did you see that? Nice landing. Man, the class rep sure can wail. It's awesome. Totally rocking. All right. I'm sorry. I know you resent me. You don't want to hear my song, do you? But I was serious. I wanted to become an idol along with you. I'm not lying about these feelings. As it's starting to come out of her. That was intense. Emotionally speaking. I don't think anyone's in here, so I will get Vante back in. But guys, feel free to leave a comment on the VOD. We will be more than happy to respond to it if you do. I always wish I was a better musician, whether it's, playing an instrument, whether it's singing. I just don't have the talent for it. Nothing I can do about it at this point, because I feel like most people, they have to have some sort of inherent ability to be able to sing, and I'm just not dexterous enough with my fingers to play most instruments. The one time, funny story, the one time that I did play Rock Band pretty hard with the drum set specifically, I actually sprained my wrist because I was playing it too much, and I don't think I had proper form in terms of how you're supposed to hit the drums with the drumsticks. So, little funny story. You guys can make fun of me for that, but that is a-okay. Ugh. This is a quick chapter for a dual reaction, but it was impactful. Mita.
That was pretty quick.
It was. I was just saying it was a quick chapter, but it was impactful. So I think you'll like it.
Okay. All righty. Chapter 125. This came out on October 30th, day before Halloween. Huh? Okay. All right. Chapter title: Float Performance Face Off. Right. Jesus Christ, page 2. Jesus Christ, double spread. Nice. Momo, keep pushing so we don't get crushed. Shout out to Momo once again. Like Twitchy said, clutch. Shout out to Okadon too. Ooh, Four Eyes. Don't let those Ninomiya get any closer. Rin, sing. Not just anyone can perform in a Hayashi band. I can't do it. I can't sing. I want to, but every time I try, traitor. Oh, hell no. I'm not. I don't know, that shot right there of her friend kind of reminds me. They remind me of another series. Maybe like Fire Force with like young Shinra or somebody, some like kid looking crazy. I'm not. You kept saying it. What's so great about idols? Making fun of my dreams. That's not why. I said that because you were all insulting my mom. You were just afraid of being left out by your friends. You turned into a total people pleaser. No, I want to go to the audition with all of you, but my family's important too. There was nothing I could do about it. What should I have done? Please tell me. That's it, Rin. Just let all those varying emotions out. Make them into a song and hit them with it. Those feelings roiling inside you. The anger, the outrage, let everyone hear them all out. Hear about them all. For your family, your friends, you've made all this effort and without ever complaining once. I know you work so hard, but if you were the only one to suffer, then that's not right. That also reminded me of another series somewhere else. I can't think where, but that entire dialogue reminded me of something. Rin, sing your feelings, put them into a song. Oh no, Grandma, please do something. I'm at my limit. We're gonna be crushed. Ooh. She singing? Okay. Hey, yeah, everybody working hard as hell. Everybody just sweating. They just poured a bucket on them. They just sweating. God damn. Whew. Yep. Thinking about hugging her mom, putting down the microphone, thinking about the pose that she did. Her idol pose with her team, or for her band, I mean. Oh yeah, she going out, she rocking out, yeah. She singing. Now that's definitely like a volume cover type thing. I can see her in the front of a volume cover singing with the microphone and going like that. We're falling. Momo, we need a cushion. Yeah. Did you see that? Nice landing. Man, the class rep can sure well. It's awesome. Totally rocking. I can't wait to see it in the anime because I know they're going to add a whole bunch of stuff to it, like a whole like song to it. That's going to be fire. When we actually get to hear it, you know? Like lyrics and all. Oh, it's going to be so cool. That's a great shot right there, too. God damn, this art. Mai, I'm sorry. I know you resent me. You don't want to hear my song, do you? But I was serious. I wanted to become an idol along with you. I'm not lying about these feelings. And then she's about to disperse from the back, and then we're going to see like a spiritual apparition or whatever of her, but going to the other side, next chapter. My God, what a good chapter, man. Great chapter. Art, obviously, is phenomenal. The regrets and stuff, that whole, or just being tethered still to the world. Damn, that's crazy how that spirit progresses like that. Like, it has love in it, and then it loses all of that, and then all it has is resentment left.
And its powers being related to gravity, that was a nice little scientific touch. Didn't need to do that. But I do appreciate that Tatsu has consistently, kind of tied together spiritualism with scientific facts or principles. Yeah, that artwork worked insane. Those two double spreads alone.
I think we've kind of briefly talked about this before. I mean, we have. We've definitely talked about it with Momo, like when it comes to her clothes and whatever's on it. Do you think that that's like hinting at future stuff? Because, she had the alien with the crossed out thing. I don't know. I feel like her clothes are always in her room and stuff is always like depicting something specifically that has to do with space. usually space.
I also think her attire has changed since meeting Okurun. I feel like she has a newfound appreciation for the occult, for aliens, for space. So I think because of that, she has altered her outfits to reflect that. But yeah, they could definitely be foreshadowing for future plots or stuff. So what are you thinking? You thinking like the moon might be like a transmission base? You think it might be government base, secret?
It's some kind of base. I wonder if we'll see Area 51 in this. You think so?
I would want to. I
really want to see
I think
that.
he'll probably get into it eventually.
He's done global stuff already in a way, so
yeah,
it references. That'll be fire. Please. An astral projection. Have you heard about that? About like people astral projecting, and apparently, I heard about like people try to allegedly, because I don't know, but they try to go to like Area 51 and they can't get in. Like everybody that's claimed that they astral projected, every time that they do that, they can't get in. I'm like, whoa. And government documentation actually had stuff about astral projection as well.
Well, yeah, they did a whole bunch of like CIA or FBI stuff to where I think they maybe even partner with like the KGB in some regards. There's been a lot of these type of stuff, like similar to Stranger Things, to where they have just done insane experiments.
And
because
MK
you never
Ultra,
know.
it's a whole bunch of shit.
MK Ultra, exactly.
Once again, I've always said this, like, growing up, you always say, don't believe in rumors, which is true, because a lot of times people just, it depends on who is it coming from and if it's towards a person to destroy their character. However, I've always said this, if something has been heavily rumored or it's a big conspiracy about it, something of it is true. Even if people say if it's like an alien or something, if people just got it all wrong, maybe they're just seeing things, maybe it's a hoax, there's still truth behind anything that's became a very popular thing somewhere. Like even Bigfoot, like even if somebody got it wrong, maybe they saw something different, maybe a lot of people see something different. I feel like there's something that it's even if something isn't isn't factual, the fact that people believe it so much means that to some extent a part of it has to be realistic, if that makes sense.
I get it.
Unless it's
Where
just
there's
fully
smoke,
fiction.
there's fire.
It's different. Yeah. So, but yeah, Tatsu, he's a knower. He's very, very cultured on this kind of stuff, as it seems.
Oh, there's so much emotion.
Yep.
And like impact to.
Shout out to the door you too.
Just like said exactly what Ren needed to hear.
Yep.
Like exactly what she needed to hear. I love the Hayashi band. They're always drawn different. I can't explain it.
They look cool as hell all the time.
Yeah. Can't wait to. Do you think they'll get an actual band to do those performances for like the last one for Gigi's exorcism?
Maybe.
Do you have any band in mind that you might want to suggest, or just whatever they've come up with?
Whatever they come up with.
Okay, fair enough.
Why, you have one in mind?
I was thinking of what are they called? Hold on, I want to look something up on YouTube. Is it Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I've heard.
They did the Parasite opening.
Okay, that's what you think. Okay. I think they've done a Hunter ending as well.
Okay.
I think the first ending.
Yeah, I think they have just enough of like wackiness, zaniness about them. I don't know. They might be a bit too much poppy. These guys seem like more like metal rockers. But...
Survive said the Prophet. Why not? They get down like
cool.
that.
No, yo, she's been knocked out by debris. And then they get that girl from Sawano's tracks to bring her in, the Rin's voice. Imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine. Oh.
No, but for real though, shout out to Seiko, because I'm starting to think like there are so many different things that she's as a spirit medium, like when it comes to exorcisms and all this stuff, that like no telling what things she had to go through in the past with like other people.
She's experienced.
Like for her to needing like Rin to do this, like imagine all the other times where maybe things went wrong because somebody wasn't able to do it. So that's why she kept on in the last 2 chapters. She kept trying to get her to sing, because it's like before she'd probably seen something where someone couldn't do anything and it failed. I wonder how many times has she failed.
I would say often, unfortunately, because she's got some trauma around her, or at least one specific traumatic event that happened.
I can't wait to get into that. That shit's gonna be. I think honestly, like writing wise, might be the best stuff in the series when we learn about her flashbacks and backstories. Then we still got this damn Sanjame advisor in the background. See, Tatsu always introduce something, and it's like, okay, just remember this, and then we'll bring it back up later.
The perfect example of that was Reiko last arc. I had forgotten about her until she came back up. I was like, no. I can remember her until
that last time. Then I forgot. And I was like, oh, wait, what the hell? So this whole time I kept remembering, then I just literally forgot. That's crazy.
Well, I think I already told you. She would have got my ass twice, because you're like, is this all a dream? I was like, I didn't even think of that.
Damn, man, this series is so fun. I feel like I'm watching an anime. Every time I say that, that's like one of the best compliments for me when I say I feel like I'm watching it. That just goes to show that I'm really enjoying it.
I think it also goes to the style. I've also mentioned this previously. When Tatsu shows what I would say like a screenshot of just a panel, and then shows another screenshot panel right below it with like things destroyed or like completely different to showcase like the speed. So going back to the Okarun versus Gigi fight, we had that random view of the houses underneath the ground, and then all of a sudden you just see an explosion that came from the kick of Gigi or Okarun running away. So that makes it feel, like you said, like an anime series.
Man. All right, next one. You want me to go first, or you gonna go first?
If you don't mind, I'd like to do this one first. That way I don't have to take off my headphones, go through all that jazz. But
all right,
it's up to you.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. All right, guys. So this is the second dual reactor chapter for this volume. Again, this is volume 15, obviously. So chapter 128. Let's be idols. Ugh. Class rep, what's wrong? Why'd you stop singing? Oh no, the ombudsman is growing even larger. The big guy's still after us. Back on your feet. Ugh, I can't. She's pressing down on my back, my voice. If there's something you want to say to me, then say it. I know you've got a grudge against me, but listen, I have something I want to say too, and I'm going to double what I have to say back to you. We're in sight of it. We're in sight of the scene of the accident. Once we reach it, the ombudsman's memories from before it became an evil spirit should be revived. We need to hold out until we get there. There's no way. There's so many. Yeah, here they come. Okarun kicks it. What? Nice one, Okarun. But what's pulling the float? The law of inertia. I will kill you. Wait. I'm coming with you. You can't. You wait out here with your friends. I'll go pick up Rin and come back. If they call your name, you go on in without me. You'll be fine. Just hold your head up high. No, I just have to come too. I have to apologize to Rin. I said such horrible things to her. I couldn't understand how tough she had it. I can't stand by her side as things stand now. How can I be her friend? So she saw her pushing her grandmother in the wheelchair. Whoa! I remember now the thing I wanted to tell you all this time. This spread is gorgeous. I'm sorry. Can we be friends? Of course we can. Oh no, the float's falling apart. Rin, hurry up and sing. At this rate, we won't be able to make it to the audition venue. My, can't you do anything about the big one? It's being drawn to you, isn't it? Sorry, there's nothing I can do about it myself. Huh? It'll be okay. We've got your song. Can we sing it together? Let's do this. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. As they're getting obliterated for that building. All right. Creak. It falls apart. We made it. Couldn't last another second. My, where are you? Starting to float away. My, singing and dancing with you was so much fun. I wasn't lying when I said I wanted to be idols together. Rin, the thing is, I was envious of you. You always seemed so nervous, but when you'd sing, you were so dignified, like you had no doubts at all. And they're doing the My Hero flashback to their childlike. This is peak. Give me a sec. Like you had no doubts at all, but I'm different. I was always so anxious, worrying that people might not like me. I had no self-confidence. Being an idol was something to make my mom happy. I was just trying to live up to her expectations. So I'm the real traitor. No, you're not a traitor. You were always kind to all of us, and you were bright and cheerful. You were an idol to us all, and we all admired you. But that wasn't just because you were so sweet. You were so desperately trying to meet expectations, giving it everything you had, looking so cool, and that's why. Damn. Slow clap for Tatsu. Well done. And we do have one viewer in here. If you'd like to say anything in the chat before I get Vante back in here, feel free to. Or if you'd like to keep on watching, that's cool too. Aww. Good stuff. Good stuff. This series has charm to it. And kind of like Berserk coded with the way that she came back, but I'll shut up now.
Oh, I heard. I'm gonna shut up now. I didn't hear anything else. Oh, he was probably saying something. All right. Let's be idols. And obviously, this art kind of also reminds me of Undead Unluck when it comes to Fuko's mom and Kururu. My. Oh, shit. There it goes. Class rep, what's wrong? Why'd you stop singing? Oh, no. The ombudsman is growing even larger. The big guy's still after us. Back on your feet. Shit. Let's look at that on top. Pause. I can't. She's pressing down on my back. My voice. My. If there's something you want to say to me, then say it. I know you've got a grudge against me, but listen, I have something I want to say too, and I'm going to double what I have to say back to you. We're inside of it. We're in sight of the scene of the accident. Oh, shit. Once we reach it, the ombudsman's memories from before it became an evil spirit should be revived. We need to hold out until we get there. There's no way. There's so many. Yeah, here they come. What? Okudon. Nice one, Okudon. But what's pulling the float? The law of inertia. I will kill you. Wait. I'm coming with you. You can't. You wait out here with your friends. I'll go pick up Rin and come back. If they call your name, you go on in without me. You'll be fine. Just hold your head up high. No. I just have to come too. I have to apologize to Rin. I said oh my god. It kind of reminds me of in a way with the Vamola thing, when at first we thought like she was from like a clan of people where she had to go fight strong people, and then if she loses, she has to marry them. And then we finally learned that was just Bonga's words to her, to keep on continuing living and have a new life with somebody and all that kind of stuff. And now we're getting her side of it, getting my side of it. Shit. I said such horrible things to her. I couldn't understand how tough she had it. I can't stand by her side as things stand now. How can I be her friend? Wow. Ooh, look how that looks, though. It turned from, like, horrific to pretty damn majestic and angelic. Well, I feel like I've seen this panel before. No, I don't think I have. I don't know. This is like the stance of Rin. I feel like I don't know. It looks familiar to me. But I definitely don't think I've seen the my part of it. I remember now the things I wanted to tell you all this time. In a way, too, I don't know why it reminds me of, like, Undead, and it reminds me of Look Back, kind of. I don't know. If you guys, if you know, you know. I don't know. Some stuff of their friendship and, reminds me of it. I'm sorry. Damn. Can we be friends? Of course we can. Damn. Oh no, the flow's falling apart. Rin, hurry up and sing. At this rate, we won't be able to make it to the audition venue. Mike, can't you do anything about that big one? It's being drawn by you, isn't it? Sorry, there's nothing I can do about it myself. Huh? It'll be okay. We've got your song. Can we sing it together? Wow. The closure. This is perfect closure. Let's do this. Wow. Damn. Yeah, he's destroying it. Yep, it is gone. And she will be leaving too. Where are you? We made it. Couldn't last another second. Singing and dancing with you was so much fun. I wasn't lying when I said I wanted to be idols together. Rin, the thing is, I was envious of you. You always seemed so nervous, but when you'd sing, you were so dignified, like you had no doubts at all. I'm different. I was always so anxious, worrying that people might not like me. I had no self-confidence. Being an idol was something to make my mom happy. I was just trying to live up to her expectations. So I'm the real traitor. Wow. Damn. No, you're not a traitor. You were always kind to all of us. You were bright and cheerful. You were an idol to us all, and we all admired you. But that wasn't just because you were so sweet. You were so desperately trying to meet expectations, giving it everything you had, looking so cool. And that's why. And that's why. Damn. She goes away. The door, you comfort her, hand on the shoulder. And then we see the band. Hey, you might have to get back with the other girls, man. Do it for my. Like, maybe give the band name, like, whatever name you bring up, but, like, make up it and say and my. Something and my.
Pages 18 and 19.
Mm-hmm.
He did the same thing that Horikoshi did for the Bakugo apology. Yes. That's what I was thinking of. You know what's crazy? This entire chapter reminded me of Undead. It reminded
reminded me of Look Back. It reminded me of JJK and My Hero.
Oh goodness.
And JJK is specifically with the Rika stuff with Yuta.
Okay. Yeah.
From Volume 0.
What's pulling the cart? Inertia. That shit was hilarious.
Damn. And once again, this is another thing that we got in the series that's like just another brand new thing to the spiritual world.
Yeah.
You know, every arc you're gonna get it's always gonna alternate between yokai, spirit, alien, human stuff. All 4 things. I know they all kind of have the same. You know, they share the same thing, but get my point.
I thought the double spread of 8 and 9. I thought it was very Berserk coded. I know I haven't seen a lot of panels from Berserk, but just like the fairy aura that's around her friend coming back.
That's a good ass panel. Like that's another one you could show somebody out of
is.
context and be like, "Whoa, what is this?"
I gotta read
Look like
that.
an angel, and then there's this girl holding a microphone on the stage in front of her. Like, what's going on here? Damn.
Do you think she randomly just asked to be driven by her house? And that's when she saw Rin pushing her grandmother in the wheelchair?
Probably.
Okay.
It had that kind of perspective, like, kind of like when Okudon, when he was on his way back, and then like the house was like it was going the other way, but he was going the wrong way.
Yes.
Kind of remind me of that. It's a coincidence. Damn.
How random life is. Like a car accident. It's funny and it's not funny. We were just talking about this before the stream started. So the reason why this stream is starting at a different time than normal is because of daylight savings time. And I'm not feeling the greatest today, guys. I'm pretty fatigued. I might have a bit of food poisoning. But what I was bringing up to Vante is, like, do be very careful if you're in the United States tomorrow and you have to go outside of your house. Because the day after a time change, twice a year, that is the most... that's when the most amount of accidents occur in one single day. Unless there's like a major snowstorm that goes across the country. Just people are fatigued. They're not like mentally there. They're driving at a earlier or later time than they normally do. There might be more darkness. It's going against your normal patterns. And because of that, people get in so many car accidents. So do be safe tomorrow if you do drive out anywhere.
And page 7, that got me. She wanted to apologize to her, like literally. She wouldn't have. That wouldn't have happened. I hate to say stuff like that when accidents happen. It's like,
yeah. And you're not gonna fault the kid for like requesting to go with you. Like the mom, I don't blame her for bringing the kid along. Just because, like, if my kid said something to me, like, yeah, let's go, kid. Like, come on.
Plus,
let's get going.
You know what I like a lot about that? It's about the maturity, right? So when we first seen that her friends were like, nah, like, what are you doing? Like, you being a traitor right now? Like, why you don't want to come? Because they didn't understand that she's dealing with stuff at home where she's at a certain maturity that they're not at. So her trying to apologize, that also showed maturity. It's just fucked up because when she did that, when she had that first sense of like maturity, she ends up dying. Like, that writing right there is crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes life just happens. It's unfair, but just the way it goes sometimes.
And I like how it was a twist to it too. It wasn't like I already talked about it with the manga situation, the words that she told for Mola. At first we thought it was something else, but with context, because at first I was like, damn, like I know it's just kids being kids, but seeing this part of her actually wanting to go out to apologize, and then I'm like, damn, that just made it come full circle. Now it's like, I feel bad. I feel bad.
Yeah. Next chapter is the last one of the volume already. I feel like it's just going to be a quick little, hey, we're going to have another meal. We're going to kind of emotionally come down from this high or come up from this valley. This was sad, but yeah, it's going to be pretty straightforward.
All right, we'll head into the next one.
Yep. Cowabunga, Chapter 129. Thank you sincerely for all the help you gave me. Also, and it pains me to say this, it seems she hasn't been able to move on to the afterlife. This place sure is squalid, huh? Now she's turned into something weird. What? What? Once you're done eating, all of you beat it. Good work today. Hi! I don't know what to make of this. This is so weird. What is she now? She's like I literally have no words to explain that. So, moving on. Is it okay that she hasn't? It's fine. It's not an evil spirit anymore. It's more like a guardian spirit. Wow. Well, that's good. So you mean in the end she wasn't able to find peace? Well, how could I? Not until I see Rin become an idol, see? That's not a goal for me anymore. And I can't sit by and allow that. Fair enough. You have a talent for singing. You absolutely have to sing. If you don't, your life has no purpose. Yikes. That's pretty harsh. And Rin absolutely must not mix with ordinary people like you. Hey! I have a different dream now. I like singing, but I could never be an idol. A different dream? What could that be? I won't say. Well, idol it is then. You don't get to decide that for me. So what is it? Just tell me. I want to write light novels. You don't even have anything to write about. Don't assume light novels are easy. And don't you assume becoming an idol is easy. Someone like me could never make it. I want to write a romance story about a vampire and a girl. Ah, I said it. If you're that embarrassed about it, it's not gonna happen. Now be a good girl and set your sights on becoming an idol. Meanwhile, Okarun and Momo are just having like a fidgety fight in the background. If you people are done, could you just leave? I'm exhausted and need some sleep. Miss Ayase, there's actually something else. The class rep found my family jewel. For real? You should have said that sooner. So you got it back? No, it's not here. She turned it in at a police box, but it seems somebody collected it. Huh? But how? How could they prove it was theirs? I find that odd myself. It could possibly still be at the police box, but that would mean the police officer lied to us. Miss Ayase, you could see its aura and confirm if it's there or not. I can do that. Let's check it out after school tomorrow. Understood. Well, I'll be off then. Miss Ayase, I misjudged you. I'm truly sorry. I always assumed you were a scary delinquent, but you're actually kind and considerate. Gah, enough already. Just leave. Okarun, walk her all the way to her door. It's dark. Leave it to me. Gloom, gloom. Miss Ayase, I almost forgot. What? See you tomorrow. Okay. See you tomorrow. Aw. He looked me in the eye. Hey, what got into you? You're too close. You avert your eyes when we're far apart, even when we're far apart. That's not true, I'm telling you. Okay then, 10 seconds. Let's look each other in the eye for 10 seconds. Look, there's no need to do that. If you can't do it, there's a penalty. I don't even know what you're talking about. Here we go. Oh, look. It's the police box. You son of a bitch. Don't try to change the subject. We're picking this up again later. Okay, I get it. The police box, please. There's a second spiritual entity? I don't see them. Well, is my family jewel in there? Are these orb artifacts? Cause I'm not seeing it. Your family jewels are real bright and blingy. So that means somebody really did come to collect it. Scary. Who could it have been? I don't know, but the question now is, how do we look for this person? When you collect lost property, don't they make you write down a lot of information? True. They may have taken down their name and address. The problem now is, how do we get a look at it? Are you asswipes for real right now? Why the hell do I gotta pretend to be lost property? It's a very important role. You're the only one we can turn to, Turbo Granny. Yes, the only one. You pretend to be lost property, infiltrate the police box, and then take down notes on all of the lost property data for the past month or so. An undercover op that could even top the likes of Spy Family. We're begging you. We need your help, Turbo Granny. Like I said, you're asswipes. When you ask a person a favor, they want to see a sign of good faith. Nobility Bull Bag Super Hard Chipple Garlic Flavor Delicious Family Size. Asswipes. Not bad.
yeah, now you want to go with them. So you gotta give me something.
What is it? Is that a pillow? Is that, I don't know, what is that thing?
I don't know. And what the hell is my... You know something I didn't notice though? She has like a turtle on her head, and the Ombudsman in the Dory was talking about, it has like a turtle shell, I think, on his back. Thought that was pretty cool detail.
I love that it kept the bow. That's a nice little technique.
But what the hell? What do you think? So, if a certain similar phenomenon happens with her, like with Turbo Granny into the cat, do you think she's gonna have some kind of amplification of a power,
or even a different power, like now that she's in a different form? I mean, it could be. I know we talked about this a little bit with the Vamola backgrounds for her character, but there are some stars behind her for page 5. So potentially she could have like a buff. So if Rin does decide to become a performer again, potentially she could have an audience buff like Kururu.
Yeah. Yep. So like an enticing type of power, kind of like maybe the guy in My Hero that works.
Just gets you in a better mood. Trumpet, I think his name was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually, yeah. Matter of fact, actually, you could even put her with the band, with the Hayashi band, the Hayashi performers.
Duet, yeah.
She performed with them already. She's part of the band. So her and Rin, they actually have. Well, Rin, she's doing the light novel. She's on that route right now, but maybe she could still
not with her.
Maybe she could be a part-time performer, idol, you know.
Oh my god, a vampire romance story. This chick.
So what do you think? What's your prediction? You think that the ball is still there, or do you think someone obviously have claimed it already?
No, I think someone's claimed it.
What do you think is going to happen with Turbo Granny in there? Think she's going to come across something that's important? Do you think she's going to get taken away? Because, you know, she is a doll, so she's going to...
They have been very suspicious of the policeman so far. So I think that potentially the policeman could be as the phrase goes in the Pokemon movie, I am merely a collector. So this could be a hub to collect spiritual items.
Maybe that's the gateway with her and Hyper Geezer. If he is like the leader, the ruler of the Cur, right? And
that was my next
golden ball situation.
Is that he picked it up.
Yep.
Because if he can manipulate memories, that's how he proved it was his.
Exactly. Wow.
I love this volume, but honestly, we are kind of back to where we started, and I don't mean that to disrespect Rin's backstory with because that was beautiful, got me choked up. But the story really didn't move forward at all since the end of the Space Globalist arc. It didn't.
Nah. Yeah, it was like, that's why earlier I said I like it. I like when you can get back to normal. You need a refresher. There's certain manga that's just constantly, like, that was a critique that people have with like JJK. They feel like things are just there were certain times where there was some downtime, but it was like
always balls to the wall, pretty much.
Literally a day, like in series a day, or it would be like weeks. Sometimes it could be like 2 weeks and stuff. But from what we're reading, it's like okay, kind of going kind of fast at certain times. So there's some manga that do that a lot, and with this, I like that we can kind of chill out, not chill, but take a breather from the overarching story. And that's Tatsu's way, once again, of him introducing new characters and leaving them in the background. I think that makes things even more fresh because for one, you're anticipating them when they come in, and two, you can get back to turn to form of like regular stuff that the series is known for from early on, so that the series can still consistently show its identity while also improving in the background. If that makes sense.
And the meal eating double spread that we continue to get at the end of all these arcs, it really drove home the point that Ira, Gigi, and Kinta were not a part of this arc at all.
Yeah.
It was all Momo, Okarun, and Rin, which is great. This was a self-contained arc, but it does, like you said, introduces some world-building potential with now that Mai is this evil charm spirit, this familiar.
Well, yeah.
Guardian spirit.
Yeah, the Sanjime, yeah, he definitely might be hyper geezer. Because like,
so? Okay,
I think because with Turbo Granny having a mission herself right now, I think she's going to run into something either from him or around surrounding him, and then just like what you said, he might have manipulated the memories of the police station and say, "Oh yeah, this is mine." So, oh god, no telling what kind of animosity she has towards him. You know, like she was freaking out when she saw him.
I wonder if he's still using his original name, and she's going to recognize that on the register, and she'd be like, "Son of a bitch,"
because who the hell would know? You know, like. Why would a yokai
be the only? Like, she would be the only one that would know his actual name.
Exactly. Is that a? Well, I don't know if we can search it up, but I wonder if that's like an older name that's like not used anymore.
I've never heard.
I've never heard
Sanjime.
Nah.
Sanjime. Yeah, I've never heard.
I almost want to search it up, but I can't because I don't want to use
Nope, don't do it. Don't do it.
Sanjime. Or what does Sanjime mean? What does his name mean?
It means deceiver, conqueror of worlds.
Yes.
Guys, we are in different time zones. 3 time zones apart. That quirk. Was literally its synergy.
It's my quirk. I don't know why. I resonate with people for some reason.
Resonance, synergy. I don't know. Resonance. I think
there's probably like 10 people at this point now that I don't know. It's always been like that forever.
You have like 17 twins, brothers from another mothers.
Okay, but this was a very straightforward volume. Once again, a great arc, short, condensed.
I think it was the perfect arc to follow up the Space Globalist arc. Not to say I didn't enjoy the length of it, because that was, as we referred to it affectionately as previously, like Eni's Lobby. But like you need like a Sabondi type of arc like this right after. Because otherwise it's just, I feel like multiple back-to-back longer arcs, so like Dressrosa to
Oh, you mean like
Wano.
the duration?
Yeah. Or Dressrosa to Whole Cake to Wano. That was like way too many back-to-back longer arcs.
Yes. And they got into something new that we didn't necessarily have seen before. I mean, obviously we've seen exorcisms, but like not many successful ones just yet. Turbo Granny and her. Which
Do you think
is funny
that's a theme to the fact that there have not been successful exorcisms so far?
It kind of goes to what I was saying about Doria. Like maybe there's been so many times that she's failed in the past where like everything has to be right. Everything has to be perfect. If not, RPGs. And the fact that, like, I know the Evil Eye situation was just like maybe his own unique situation, but the fact that spirit mediums literally killed themselves and shit, I take it that
crazy.
Any of this kind of stuff is too much. Like, not a lot of people can be truly successful. Maybe they can survive, you know, like Dodoria, maybe she survives a lot, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she's always successful. Which I love. I love handicaps in series. Like, I always talk about Demon Slayer, how, like, you know, they don't actually admit these elements when they're, you know, doing their breathing techniques and whatnot. Yeah. But no, I like it because it kind of is so frustrating because the demons literally do all that bullshit. Like, they actually create bombs.
They have the actual powers.
Yeah, so it makes it more like, I feel bad for the Demon Slayers. I'm like, damn, you guys are at a handicap all the time. And you're just constantly dying and living up to not even past 30 years old. So it's cool to see, like, when series have, like, characters that are of some kind of authority or special in the series, but they're technically at a handicap, like Dodoria is, because we don't even know what kind of friends she has. She has any, what group she's in. We've just been theorizing that she's a part of something, but we don't know.
So I think, loosely speaking, by the time that we fully catch up, there'll be about 22 volumes worth of content. So we're about a little past the 2/3 mark. We're about 70% of the material that's been released. What do you make of the fact? Do you think we'll get anything in the near future for Turbo Granny or Dodoria? Or if that's going to be like super endgame type of stuff? Because I feel like we're starting to get little hints now with Saint Germain or potentially Count Saint Germain as it relates to Turbo Granny's backstory. But Dodoria, she is still a black box of mystery. We'll
get Turbo Granny stuff before Dodoria, for sure. Not all of Turbo Granny, but since we've been introduced to something already with Hyper Geezer, we will. But Dodoria, man, what are you on? I still can't. It's like Joey's all over again. Like, I can't think of nothing.
That's such an elite reference. Guys, we were talking about Joey's and, like, our suspicions of her for 23 volumes.
Even when we learned stuff, it was like, but wait, why? How?
Why?
Dodoria is literally like, I don't know, like, what is her backstory? And if she is Momo's grandmother, what happened to Momo's parents?
I think I'll speak for myself, you can chime in, but I think at this point it's almost confirmed that Momo's not an alien, and that likely she is blood related to Dodoria.
She looks like her a lot. Like, her face looks like hers. Very much so. But like, what happened to your parents? I'm just gonna assume spirit medium, exorcism, something happened. Maybe a Naruto type thing where the Nine Tails still in it, and so maybe something of that nature happened too with her parents and her when she was born. Because she's never referenced her parents, so I'm assuming that her granny's always raised her, but we don't know that. Sometimes characters just wouldn't reveal anything until it's necessary.
Here's a question. We were just recently introduced to Count Saint Germain / potentially Saint Germain. Do you think that there are other people in this world that have memory manipulation? Or if that is a trait specific to him?
You know what's funny? I immediately, when I saw that power, the first chapter he was introducing, I was like, that's interesting. That's something different. What is that? Like, are you a human with this power or a vessel? Like, because that's kind of different. As right now, that's different from the known power system.
Yeah.
For when it comes to power, all we know is about technology, vessels, aliens, yokai. That doesn't even seem like a part of and spirit medium chi stuff, but like that still seems kind of different. So I want to say it might be unique to him and not.
That's interesting. Okay, I was waiting on your response because two things. Why did the anime and then also the manga specifically blur out Dodoria's face during the flashback of Momo? So is there a potential connection there to where, if you think that it's specific to Sanjime, do you think he's been on Earth before and has interacted with Momo's memories? Because she's the only one right now that has been like, this doesn't feel right. Who are you? I don't remember you. She's the only one that's questioning it. And then we also thought back to her childhood, how that figure that was her grandmother looked so young and it didn't show their face. So
that's true. We could have easily put her off as like, oh, they just didn't want to reveal her face just yet, even though they revealed it literally
right
episodes later, like an episode later. So I don't know, man. I want to say she was more traditional at that time too. Like now she seems a bit wacky.
Contemporary.
Yeah. It's like the typical trope in a movie or a show where there's somebody that's like really good at what they do, but they're like a has-been. They're not quite as good, but you know, or kind of like loosely like Sakamoto days where Taro, he's like, I mean, he's still, you know, him, but he is different. He's not like how he was back then. So that was my first point if you had answered it a certain way. So now let's assume that memory manipulation can be done by other people. Then does that open up the possibility that Dodoria has done some memory manipulation on Momo as a child? You know what?
How she doesn't bring up her parents.
Yes,
she doesn't.
But maybe she never had them.
She doesn't pray to them. She doesn't.
Because at the very least, we know she's been with her grandmother since she was like 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
It could be one of those misdirects too. Once again, like maybe she did manipulate for a good reason and not for like a very sneaky. Like, why? What are you doing? Like, And just like her powers too, like I understand it's the whole cheese stuff, but like her powers is beyond dimensions. It's been stated. So, and
you're the only one that can do this, Momo. Please save us. What do you mean she's the only one?
Maybe, you know what? Okay. I'm thinking maybe she blessed, so like, let me think. What's another series? Oh, okay. I'm thinking about like Avatar, for example, Princess Yue, when she was born and the moon spirit was connected with her.
Sure.
Maybe it's something like that with Momo, where she connected a god, a deity, a spirit to her, or something like that when she was born, because she would have died if she, maybe say her parents died in some kind of accident and she could have died too or something, and that thing saved her. I don't know. It's just like, how do you have this power specifically?
That's a good question.
I understand that we don't know necessarily if it's hereditary, but even if it was, it's not the case, because if that is her grandmother, you would think that she would have something similar, and she maybe the bases are the same, but
she might not be the grandmother, or she could have got it from the other side. There's no saying. But also with the introduction of guardian spirits with Mai, do you think maybe Momo has a guardian spirit inside of her?
That's what it seems like.
She just can't see?
It seems like that. Even just with the aura, with the arms, I could like, I think I said this a long time ago, I could see like a hugging around like Gaara and his mom, like that kind of, I see that a mile away with that somehow. But, okay, this is something I didn't think about. We typically keep thinking about both of her parents. What if it's just like more so one? So like say, like Dodoria's son or daughter, that the aura thing is like them, but then the other parent is somebody else that could have potentially was the one that caused it. Maybe they were a traitor. I think that's a different dynamic we haven't seen in manga too often, where like a parent specifically is like, you know, cause some kind of hell between their significant other, and then Dodoria ended up doing something to save the daughter because, once again, her son or daughter-in-law, son-in-law, whatever, I don't know, died.
That has not been a topic, and I haven't read a lot of series, guys, but this just isn't typically talked about in manga. But divorces.
Yeah, like stuff like
there. a reason or any other example that you can think of a divorce in manga? I really can't, off the top of my head.
At least, yeah, especially with shonen. Usually it's like there's a reason why the parents split up or something, you know, or someone
One of them
died.
always dies.
Yeah.
Always.
But it's never been like a actual, like, say someone killed the other or did something to the other. That's pretty dark. I mean, obviously in real life it's dark, but like for a manga, a shonen one, that's very dark. It has to do with like a baby. They have a child, and then they do something. That's crazy. Every time I hear stories about that in real life, when parents do something to their wife or their husband,
and I almost
and
can't
then they have a
believe
child or
can't
children.
believe it.
That's crazy, and they would probably do it even in front of them. And it's like, so that would be really dark and really mature though for Tatsu to get into something like that.
He's gotten into some dark stuff. I know
And say
that.
her parent is still alive somewhere. Like, say if that did happen and the mom or the dad, the one
Well, I
who
said that
committed
with
that,
the astral projection topic. Like, they still might be looking for their bodies. They might be running out of time. When Dodoria said that, or was it Turbo Grant? I can't remember. One of the two. But what happens to that spirit that can no longer go into its body? Does it still exist? Does it deteriorate? Do we know? I think it was left ambiguous, if I remember.
Maybe that's somewhat the same thing that happened to Turbo Granny. She just had to kind of stay bound to her territory. Maybe that's what helped her, because she was just there in that tunnel for God knows how long, right?
But wasn't that because she chose to do that? Not that she was
but like, why
locked
would you?
into it?
Like, I understand the whole crab, I get that part, but like, why would you?
I think it's because that was a hot spot for
Just a
SA.
hot spot for the, okay.
Yeah. Or it had a history of it.
Yeah. I don't know then. Count Saint Germain. Actually, Saint Germain, Saint Germain. Yeah, I just thought about it. The name, when you say it, it's Saint Germain, Saint Germain. If you say it really fast,
if
exactly.
you know, you know.
Exactly.
You know.
If you say both really fast, it sounds the same. Saint Germain, Saint Germain, Saint Germain, Saint Germain. It's just how you changing a syllable. Huh. Hyper Geezer. I don't know. We're gonna be caught up really soon, though, guys. Like,
that worries me.
over a month. Yeah.
In, like, the best way, because I feel like how many more answers can we get in the next 50 chapters?
And then we're gonna be week to week for this. That's gonna kill us, because there's so much that we don't know. So imagine we get left off on cliffhangers every week when we're about to get to something. Oh, we gotta wait a week.
Or it's just like it's a fighting
God.
chapter, like a classic Tatsu fighting chapter. Like, yeah, that was awesome.
And it goes.
Can I get
quick.
any answer? No, I gotta wait a full volume's worth to.
Because like Sherm said, he said they don't know shit either. Like, and I could tell just by how Tatsu, right? I could tell you guys don't know nothing.
It's a slow burn, and I appreciate that.
Wow. And it's probably, I don't know. Okay, well, I know there's different times where you have huge plot twists, but you think that this series has had that plot twist yet? Like,
I think
the
it's had
biggest.
one. I think it's
It has
related
one?
to that panel
Okay.
that we both know of.
Okay, that one. Okay.
I think that's the plot twist so far.
Okay.
Because I don't know, the
Man.
Reiko one, that was pretty crazy.
That was pretty crazy.
It wasn't like a plot thing, it was more so like the resolution of a fight, but that would be the biggest plot twist I think so far that we've gotten.
That panel, I can't wait till I see it, because I really don't remember what it's like.
I want to see the full HD version of it. I don't want to like crisscross my eyes, and
it's like when I seen it, it's like if you zoomed into something, like say you zoomed into like say the volume cover, right? You zoomed into like a random color. That's all I remember. I'm like, oh, I see a color, I see a shape. I don't know what the hell I saw. Like, I don't know. I still don't know.
it honestly reminds me of like a kaleidoscope, but with kaleidoscope,
Yeah, something like that.
Spreads, you could have so much detail, hidden detail in that. It reminds me again of the mural from One Piece. I know we've mentioned that a couple times as it relates to Dandadan, but there's just so much information to glean from it. And apparently it's related to the actual name of the show.
The thing that you saw, that panel?
I think so. I could
Really?
be wrong, but I've gotten false spoilers before, so
Yeah.
we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
So you're an unreliable spoiler narrator.
What a unique position to hold. I'm gonna gaslight you with fake spoilers.
Because there's been some from like series that I know, like from IQ or JJK and some other ones that you thought you got spoiled on. I'm like, whoa, you're way off the mark.
Okay.
So that's good. That's great.
Those spoilers are fun. Not fun in the moment, but fun
Yeah,
in hindsight.
but then it's like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, at least I didn't get. I'm like, okay.
So as a concrete example, guys, the funniest one that I can think of off the top of my head is as it relates to Attack on Titan. So I was just about done with season 2 of the anime, and I got a nasty spoiler like an episode or 2 before the finale that said Mikasa would turn into a T-Rex dinosaur Titan because we had saw it in the opening. I was like, you son of a bitch. That'd be such a great reveal to get. I was like, I can't believe you've done this. And then I got caught up and I'm just like, wait, where's the T-Rex Titan? I don't see it. No, it was someone just, I don't know, I guess theorizing, or like they said, I think spoiler, but I think it was mainly like theorizing that it could happen, and I never got it. But that was what caused me to read the manga in the first place, and I always have to tell that story with a smile on my face. It's so funny.
Dang, you say you got spoiled on Dandadan recently, huh? Is that still like always in the back of your mind when we're reading?
Something related back to this volume. I won't tell you what specifically, but it is just insane. This volume. I mean, we got quite a bit in here, so I don't think you'll be able to narrow it down. But
I mean, it was mostly Rin stuff. Oh well, okay. Saint Germain. I'm just gonna think Saint Germain. Saint Germain.
It could be Saint Germain.
Or Grin, Turbo Grin. I hope this surrounding that. I don't know what happened, but you said it was crazy. So
it was insane.
Okay.
Absolutely insane.
Well, I cannot wait for that. Man, Dandadan, it's sales wise is doing really good, correct?
Yeah, it's one of the top 5, top 10 performers, so not like top 1, I don't think.
Okay.
But
I'm glad that they got a crazy good opening too, because that sometimes stuff like that can just get people into it. So once again, I always want something to do as good as it possibly can. Always will say that.
What do you think might be the opening for season 2? Do you think it'll be the same band? Creepy Nuts? I think they should switch it up.
Switch it up. But I think you should always bring back the first opening band for the one later on or
climax.
Something. Yep.
So the second opening, if Space Globalist arc is 2 seasons or a part 1, part 2, like bring it back for part 2.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, this series it's just so enjoyable. You never know what you're gonna get. I love that. I don't always want to know everything. Oh, we're gonna get into
now. I had to change the title of this stream again. It's but the 4th one in a row. I honestly can't tell what's gonna go next in this series.
Yeah, that's definitely Saint Germain. I'm just looking behind you at the volume cover. That's definitely like the fact that he's on the volume cover.
I mean, that is such a pretty is that lipstick? I'm pretty sure that's lipstick.
Huh.
I don't know. That's pretty boy.
That's
either
Turbo
way.
Granny human form. Ooh. And that's her twin brother. Oh, his brother. Oh, I don't think you call
husband.
Hyper
love
teaser,
interest.
though. Who do you think it is to her? I know we already kind of asked this before.
Oh, that's a question.
I don't know, man. It could really be so many things when you really think about it.
Okay, so I'm gonna somewhat use a lifeline. When you ask me that question, are you operating under the impression that he is a human, has been a human, or is an alien?
That he's a human.
Okay. I think he was like a king.
That's my first thing. I think he was like a chief, king, something like that. Because for her to call him Geezer, Hyper Geezer, it's like, why else would you call someone like old man? Why would she call someone else like old, like Gramps? Unless it's like father, grandfather,
and that
chief,
was her seeing
mentor.
His young form.
What about mentor? Oh, whoa. I didn't think about that. Like sensei. What if that's like her sensei?
Hyperspeed? Like a track coach? Could this be more contemporary? I mean, track and field's been around since what, the Grecian times?
True, huh? That would be pretty cool. That's something very different. I wouldn't have expected. But like when she seen this, do you think? Oh, well, she felt his aura. I'm assuming, right?
No, I think she saw. I think she saw the young form, and that's why I was like, that seemed weird.
That is weird.
She knows what his young form is.
Exactly.
Because I think that hologram thing was just showing, or just mentioning his name, like Count Saint Germain.
Right. Unless she just saw. Unless she just kind of knew what he would look like.
Unless she just heard the name and then referred to him as Hyper Geezer. She might not even know that he has a younger form now.
Maybe not.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
But she really was tweaking out.
They pass each other and like Geto and Gojo in the marketplace.
That's another thing too. Like we didn't get no follow up with that with her. Like I'm sure in the background she probably talked to Dodoria about it.
I think it's going to be when she sees the register for who took out the golden ball.
Yes.
We'll get that continued in the next one.
Sanjame.
Son of a Jome.
I wonder what's Turbo Granny's real name. Santa
Takakura.
Takakura. Takakura. Oh, Hyper Geezer. Sensei. Like, I don't know, though. It's like, if she did see him, he's young, in young form, either she had to have seen a portrait of him. She just kind of knows what he would probably look like if he was younger, but I don't think that sounds like a reach a little bit. Oh, she could just tell that that's him. Like anybody, when they age, they could look a little different. I wouldn't assume that she's just, oh yeah, it's definitely that guy. Or he's always looked like that, even though he's...
And especially since she hasn't seen him in a while. Because I'm guessing she hasn't seen him since she was a human. I know she's been a yokai for a while. But I think to answer your question, going back to the original one, like the relationship, I feel like he is the one that killed her or caused her to die and had some position of power. So Lord, Count of the Land, King, whatever.
You know, so okay, going back to my theory about the whole Okudun child thing, and I said it briefly earlier. The fact that if he was the one that got the golden ball too, ain't that kind of interesting? Because it's like it's Okudun's ball. Okudun is the vessel of the unborn child
that he killed,
and it might have been his child, maybe. Or one that he killed, like you said, like killing her or trying to kill her, which.
But again, if she committed suicide, he might have been the father.
And that kind of goes back to the whole thing with Momo's parents.
Ties?
Tatsu, are you going to get to that maturity, that kind of level of maturity with parents and child stuff?
It's pretty dark. Pretty dark.
That would be very dark. Like, I mean...
This was not the backstory that I thought I was spoiled on. So there's another one.
Oh, man. I wonder if it is her. I mean, we'll get to it very soon, within the next few streams, probably.
Ooh, I would.
You know? It might be the next few. Like, next 3. Because we're like, what, 7 away?
I haven't even contemplated if that could have been Dodoria, or excuse me, Turbo Granny's backstory.
No, the one that you know of?
Yeah.
Really?
Don't like that. Don't like
bad?
that.
I wonder how bad it was. Like, what I mean, I don't want to get spoiled, but
I just know it's gonna hit me emotionally. I just know that. And I will confirm it is for a female character, but I don't know who that character
Okay. Okay. But if it is her, man. Now that honestly would be one of the darkest things though. Like being pregnant and then something like that happens, she turns to a yokai and her unborn child is still a part of her because literally it's connected to her. You are a part of her. I don't know. I'm gonna keep asking this question. Okado's situation. I don't think it's just simply that's just negative energy, yokai energy. Like that's just that's too for him to tap into that very early in the series and for him to seem like a different entity. I don't think that's just some random negative energy thing. Like, no, there's way more to that.
That's not a gag related to his character. There's got to be some significance to that. I agree.
And he's depressed. Why would he be? And we asked this a long time. Why would he specifically be depressed? You would think he'll be more like either evil or anxious or like energetic, eager, like evil eye or impulsive. Something like that of that nature. But depressed? Why would you be depressed?
That is a distinctly different emotion than any other spiritual entity that we've seen thus far.
Here's the other thing too. I bet a lot of people will probably say, "Oh, that's because Okadon, he's like depressed and lonely," but we don't get that much from him specifically. Lonely is not the same as
depression. They can be related.
Yeah, but like we haven't seen nothing from him that shows depression. Not now, at least not. Yeah, never really. I don't think the alien.
But I will ask this because I'm sort of unsure of it myself. Has his Okarun form been saying I'm depressed recently? Or was that only near the start? I feel like
not recently.
He's been relatively, like confident or just not as down in the dumps.
Nah, yeah, he's still monotone, but it doesn't sound that depressed. Like inertia. It was just inertia with the cart thing.
It's inertia, Momo-chan.
I really like this theory. I'm still gonna go with it.
Pretty good.
This is different. I was like but I just don't know if you get that dark Tatsu. Maybe. I mean, we've seen dark shit, very dark shit already. But episode 7, once again. People said back then that ain't it. There's more. And then imagine when we catch up week to week, when we do read more,
and they start a new backstory, bruh. We're gonna have to sit in that for a week, if not more. Momola had 4 parts? We're gonna have to sit on that for a month as we slow burn that out. Man,
I'm not gonna lie, man. We're at a time where Dandadan is. I don't know if it's blown up already, like completely, but I think we're going to catch up around a time where it's going to start to get like real. Like, oh, you guys got to read this manga. Like everybody's saying it.
What's funny is I have found so few Dandadan manga reactions on YouTube. I found more for I think maybe Undead Unluck than I did for Dandadan.
Wow, Undead didn't have too much, but that's crazy.
It did not. I feel like the impending doom that was the series got some people onto it, and there's been a lot of like Twitter read-throughs that I've seen, so not necessarily YouTube.
Yeah, a lot of Twitter.
I don't see Dandadan being talked about that much. I see I think you said Laz. There's like 1 or 2 other people I think I've seen that have released videos on it, but it has been very few and far between.
You think it's going to blow up? Like when I say mainstream is hard, not anything could just be mainstream. Like mainstream is like, we know it's mainstream, but I would just say like to a level of like JJK, how that was such a big thing for the past 4 years. Do you think it can get to that level? Or I don't want to say Demon Slayer, but I would love if it could.
I like it that much. The thing is, when you're talking like mainstream appeal, you have to take into account early stuff. So with Demon Slayer, for example, episode 17, up until that point, there was nothing really controversial, yes, the first episode was shocking, but
Mhm.
there wasn't anything to deter new viewers. For Dandadan, for
I see
Undead
what you mean.
Unluck, absolutely yes.
Luckily, like I said, the opening is really good. That's mainstream. I'll say that. I think that alone
Yes.
will get a lot of people into it. I've seen people, I've looked at reactions of people that didn't even watch Dandadan. They're like, whoa, whoa. Okay.
That is a feather in their cap for sure. To answer the question,
Tokyo
I don't
Ghoul
think
unraveled.
it'll ever get as popular as JJK. I think it'll be a little bit more popular than Undead Unluck. I think it'll be somewhat of a niche, kind of hidden gem type of series.
What do I think? I think it can get to the heights of like.
Black Clover
Honestly,
would be my answer.
I was gonna say I think it's realistically it'll be like a Black Clover. I'm not gonna lie though, man. With all these other manga ending or have ended, I would say I don't want to put a ceiling or a cap on it, but I might want to say for New Gen it's going to be the ceiling would be JJK.
Okay.
But I think Black Clover is a good because Black Clover is very popular. Just not Demon Slayer, My Hero, you know.
And remember, there was something at the beginning of the Black Clover anime specifically that did put people off, and that was Asta screaming. I know it's like I moved past it, and everyone does say it gets better, and it does. But it was something that did detract some viewers.
I don't get it. It's like that like a thing. Like why do these mangaka do that? They introduce something that I think they know that is either controversial or just very weird.
Well, in the case of Undead
then they
Unluck,
change
we
it
were
immediately.
confirmed it was an editor that had said put that in there. So an editor specifically is like, make this more raunchy. It's like, why?
But wouldn't you think that would
like,
probably get your ass canned? Like, because you
No, that might be a condition to get it serialized.
how? I'm not gonna get into that, but
Anyway,
still though, it's like I've seen. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna have a stream talking about this one day, guys, about the manga industry and stuff. They got priorities so messed
they have
up.
agendas.
Like
They have agendas.
I learned recently that JJK was going to get canned really early on. I don't know how true this is, but I seen something. They said it was going to get canned really early on until when Gege killed Yuji, or like real early when Sukuna, that Megami fight, he had pulled out his
That
heart.
was super early.
He had to do that for it to stay a thing. So they was going to can it before that, I guess. I guess when he first started writing it, they were like,
Monte, that's like
that's
volume
very early.
1
Yes.
content.
That's literally episode 2, you know? Like, yeah.
Why did they say that they were going to cancel it? Did you hear why? Or
I guess I honestly don't know, like the actual logistics behind it. Maybe it has something to do with like his idea for volume 0 and then him switching it. Maybe they felt like they weren't sure, because remember that's what he wanted to do originally, was Yuta as the main character in that story. So maybe they felt that it was kind of all over the place early on until he established something where or maybe it's one of those things where they probably read the first, certain amount of chapters, and then had that moment not happened, it would have been like, nah. But they cancel stuff so early all the time. Like, you can't give them no breathing. Like, really, what do you have to? So that's why I'm assuming these editors and stuff, they tell them to do this raunchy shit early on to just make people talk about it, so it can be, instead of starting
no
off
such
normal.
thing as bad publicity. Yes,
Exactly.
there is.
Exactly.
Yes, there is. You bunch of blokes.
So they feel like, oh, this is too regular, the whole inner demon thing, like, which could be true, but like, let it cook. And then they're like, fuck that, we're not letting it cook. Oh, he pulls out the heart. Oh, the kid's
Well, that's
dead.
new.
Okay, that's different. And then that's why, like, okay, well, let's keep it. So then with Undead Unluck, Dandadan, shit, Chainsaw Man, now you have to do all this crazy shit in the beginning for them. I don't know.
Do you think that's more so a symptom of industry executives, or more so a symptom of the viewer base as it actually is, not the perceived perception of the reader base.
That's
We'll
hard.
save this for more of a concrete discussion for that other stream, but just to wrap this up, because it is related to Dandadan. I feel like talking about Dandadan's popularity, you do have to mention the fact that it has a somewhat controversial start. And even, what episode was the Iris stuff? Like episode 9, to where they're just buck naked in
school.
the hallway. That's maybe a step too far for some people, even though it was meant to be a comedic scene.
I think they're out of touch, like most companies and businesses. They just get out of touch with entertainment. So I think it's both. So I think it is because of the perceived viewer, which shonen, they think, okay, it is for young kids or young boys, right? Preteens, teenagers. But also they know that as times have changed and social media, the internet, I think they purposely put stuff in there, but then they kind of contradict themselves by how they write, because then you will see something where it's like, when people joke about, that was very Disney like, it's like, well, what the hell is that? It's just Disney, this is very Mickey. But then you do something else that's like extremely mature or just edgy, very controversial and edgy, then it's like, so what are you trying to be? I think that's the problem with some manga. It's the tone. Like, themes and tones aren't the same thing. The theme is just something that you're going to go by. It is a part of the series. It's big, has a huge identity. The tone is something I feel like they struggle with a lot, and I think it's the editor's fault. I don't think it's the mangaka's fault usually.
Well,
I think they know what tone they want to write.
Editors are changed out like batteries at this point. Like one guy telling you to do something, and then you're in the middle of an arc, and he tells you, do something different. And then these arcs feel disjointed.
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk about what was going on with Horikoshi in My Villain Academia? This will be the last point. To where it was such a change of tone following that arc. Because it was the Endeavor training arc, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So he went back to his bread and butter, like the Todoroki family. Old reliable. Like, you did something completely different than you've done thus far. A lot of the Western viewers loved it, but then the Japanese audience, the manga sales were tanking. So I think it's a two-pronged problem. The editors, they don't have a consistent vision for what the series should be.
Nope.
And then two, the reader base, they can be so fickle. And I'm not...
That too. Yeah.
People can like what they like. That's not what I'm saying. But when manga continuations or manga lengths for the series are impacted by fickle audiences, you never know what misstep you'll make until it's published and then nosedive for the sales.
Yep.
You never know.
So every series has something in it that's like that. It's like for me, both of us. There's things that we like and dislike, but
yes,
we're not that fickle. But oh my god, I can't do this. There's some stories out there that's probably like that, but I'm sure they probably canceled because of that. But yeah, man, great stream, great volume reaction. Cannot wait for the next ones because we're gonna be all caught up pretty soon. Throughout the springtime, we got some anime that's dropping in the spring. Fire Force and My Hero Vigilantes. We still got Haikyuu. So if this does get really dark, we got some lighthearted. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for Vigilantes. Fire Force. And
it's
Haikyuu.
My Hero coded, but there's different conversations that'll be had. I'll just say that. It's relatively fun. Yeah.
It's a mixed bag of stuff this spring. But anything you want to say before we head out?
No, I just want to mention, yes, I do want to mention, we just finished up season 2 of Haikyuu yesterday. It was an excellent final point. No spoilers, of course, because you're going to have to watch the videos, but I will say
Daichi
that...
dies.
Stop it. That editor is trash. No, but, yeah, Haikyuu, it's just going great. We're about to get into season 3. I don't know how much overlap there is between Dandadan and Haikyuu fans. I feel like there's more overlap between Undead and Dandadan, especially on this channel. But if you guys are interested in Chainsaw Man manga volume reactions, those are going to start up near the end of the month. I know we've been pushing that for a while. Vante reacted to the Rize movie trailer, and it did really well on the channel. So there is an audience for that, especially with how well the movie seems to look and feel for that particular arc. Because we've also heard from our boy Sherm, that's the arc that really feels like the Cursed House arc from Dandadan. It really picks it up a level. And I know a few spoilers from Chainsaw Man. I just know it's going to be insane to read the manga. I just hope it tones down the tone a little bit, because Denji is not having a fun time.
Not at all. Even some spoilers I've seen from the part 2, I'm like, God damn.
Just let
Fujimoto,
him
what the
be
hell?
happy. He can be happy.
But you guys know the drill, man. Like the stream up, and also subscribe if you're new. Dandadan every week, every Tuesdays, every Sundays, until we're all caught up. Then we'll be probably switching to Mondays, right? That's when the chapter drops.
If you can do it, yeah. But if not, we'll just stick to Tuesdays.
I think I could.
If it's just one chapter.
Yeah. But you guys know the drill, man. And please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys on the next stream or video. And
peace.